started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational, this is what we call the Keeler Show.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're all complaining about how much of the roads are plowed, what is sanded, what is salted, what is just plowed. And I don't know. Tim has come to a conclusion this morning.
Yes.
Tim Reed, good morning.
My conclusion is that, well, first of all, I don't know if I'm an overly cautious driver or the rest of the people on the road are clinically insane, but I've decided I'm getting snow tires because it is bad.
Yes, it is.
And we're in for, I don't see, I mean, if you were to say we're going to be in for an easy winter, I think you'd be crazy at this point. And I get it, the all-wheel tires, and I had somebody recently say, you don't need snow tires. All-wheel tires, all-season tires do a great job. Well, all-season tires do a great job, but snow tires do much better.
Right.
And for this slippery stuff, even with snow tires this morning, I got to tell you, I was all over the road this morning.
Yeah.
So beware. We'll give you another update on the school delays and the closings and all of that fun stuff. Coming up, we'll speak with Ray Stachik from the Weather Channel, who is the Weather Channel meteorologist, and get a little update. We're in the middle of a winter storm. No, they've moved it to a lake effect warning.
Snow warning, yeah.
So at any point, we could just get pounded, and you could get a foot of snow, and down the street, your neighbors could get 3 inches.
Well, so that's what Davey said. I mean, we didn't get a dusting in New York Mills. We got a few inches, but Smitty, what'd you get in Floyd?
I got 14 inches at my house.
Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't see anything like that.
I don't know what we had, but we had. I don't know what we had.
It was snowing and blowing at my house, and it was lightly snowing, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
We didn't get more than a foot. That's for sure. I don't think we got 4 inches.
Anyway, depending on where you are, you may have gotten a lot of snow, and again, that's that lake effect stuff.
I'll be willing to come down and shovel some into your driveways if you want some. Come on up and take some.
No one is questioning you, Davey. No one is questioning you.
All set over here.
Producer extraordinaire. We have an event that is our 100th anniversary celebration, I think they're calling it. So it's a party. We have one tonight where a bunch of people are coming in that used to work here, and then tomorrow night. So this whole 100th continues here. It'll never end. It's like my wife's birthday. The month of August is birthday month. This morning, I think the Dr. Zielinski and Dr. Shemileski from the Falcon Clinic are going to get into the holiday season with guitars this morning. They're coming in.
Really?
They're giving us a little preview of our Christmas Eve show.
Okay.
Yeah. Gary Heenan is on this morning. What a win they had last week. And it really gives the Pioneers something to think about. I believe they remain 14th in the country, but they knocked off the number 4 team, Oswego, and that's a biggie. We'll speak with Gary Heenan this morning. Obika's free money question of the day this morning, Davey, is worth... can you walk away from your sandwich just for a second and just get to the microphone and stop giving me hand gestures? That's not a nice hand gesture at all.
Sorry.
All right.
$300.
$300 this morning. Okay. Former WIBX Sports Watch host Danny Klingsdale will be on this morning. And we'll talk to John Decker, Chief White House Correspondent at Great TV. And a whole bunch more to get into here this morning.
Yeah, the Pioneers are still 14th in the country. The loss that Oswego State suffered to Utica dropped them from 4th to 6th. But the Pioneers still nationally ranked, and obviously they need to come up big in conference play.
Nice win for the Comets last night,
Last night, Comets win 3-2. It's the first time this season they've beaten Syracuse.
And they extend their point streak also.
Yes. So all of a sudden things have turned around just a little bit for the Utica Comets. Bad news. We heard yesterday afternoon The second person who was considered a victim in that terrible fire in Rome has now passed away. That means the fire has taken 2 people. This is the person who they say had run out of the building and had caught on fire and was rolling in the snow to get the flames out. That's where firefighters found her. She was rushed to the Wynn Hospital and succumbed to her injuries as of yesterday afternoon. So 2 people have now died in that fire. Something that it should remind everybody is: have you checked your have you replaced your filter on your furnace? It won't work as hard. Another thing that can always cause a problem is walking out of the house and forgetting and leaving your bathroom exhaust fan on. You know, if your house was built 25 years ago, or the bathroom was redone 30 years ago, or whatever, that fan has probably collected a lot of moisture and corrosion. And one of the areas, according to the Utica fire chief, one of the areas where you see is common for starting house fires is an exhaust fan that's left on. Something to think about. We have one of those exhaust fans that actually heats up the bathroom. That's also a fire hazard, just for the
You got to watch
record.
the dryers. The
Dryers,
vents, too.
all of that. Yep.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that we're getting a lot of snow, your dryer vent may be below the snow line, which could cause really serious problems. And then, of course, your smoke detectors, your carbon monoxide detectors, all that stuff. Make sure you have them up to date and the batteries taken care of in those. This should be a sad but true reminder.
It is sad but true for sure. It's, as you mentioned, the second person deceased, and the Red Cross still helping those who have been displaced by this fire at a horrible time of year to be displaced.
An 8-year-old and a toddler, and about 40 people in all are homeless right now. All right,
Not that
let's
there's
bring
ever
in,
a good time to be displaced.
bring in Ray Stajic with the Weather Channel. Ray, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we have. I think if there's no end in sight, it seems. Maybe you see something we don't see, but based on the Weather Channel app, I see no end in sight really for this trend.
Maybe toward the 17th, 18th, and into Christmas week, it gets a little bit milder. But
Okay.
You know me, I don't like to go out that far because even with this cold air mass that we're under here in the Northeast and New England, there were forecasts for some of it to get well far south, and that's all backed off on. But I think you're right, Bill. I mean, I'm going to give you a date and a time, and I want you to see if you could tell me what this date and time is.
Okay.
Sunday, December 21st at 10:03 a.m. Eastern Time. What is that date?
That is the beginning. This is where my wife starts cooking for Christmas, and it's brutal. The house is a mess. I believe that's the we call it the Weifel Stolzis.
Yeah.
It's the winter solstice, I believe. It's the beginning of winter. We're not even there yet.
Exactly. And I guess I'm coming to your house for Christmas dinner.
That's right.
Yes, we're not even officially into winter, and that's the date, the 21st at 10:03. The days will start getting longer. So there's hope for those that don't like what we've got, and that's been a real early start. Well, this kind of reminds me of the back in the day kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, growing up in the Hudson Valley, we used to get snow even before Thanksgiving, and now we've got snow early, and there's a bunch of it. Boonville, one of the big winners yesterday. I think they had a foot and still snowing. There's a lake effect snow warning, which covers Oneida County. Winter storm warnings that expired this morning further north. And you know, the snow's scattered around, and the bands are going to move around. But I don't think we're going to have blockbuster snowfall totals, you know, all at one time. It'll snow hard briefly. The wind's going to be blowing. That's part of the problem. And it's plenty cold. It's in the low 20s. So even on the thruway, you know, they may get it cleaned up, salt and sand the whatever out of it. But you know, it's still going to be blowing and drifting around, and there's still going to be slick spots, especially on the exits and as you go north. Yeah. Popular route today and tomorrow will be 28 up into Old Forge for Snowdio. Going to be snow at times, and I think over the next several days, on again, off again, with these little weak systems coming through, and at times some scattered snow showers. Looking toward the 17th, 18th, the American model is a little more aggressive with the warm-up. The European model, which is a little bit more reliable and usually does a little bit better overall, doesn't get us quite into the mild air and may keep us kind of in a more winter-like pattern as we get into the first couple of days of winter, even into Christmas week. So kind of split right now. Over the next several days, obviously we'll have more on the warm-up, which some want, but I'm going to go out on a limb. A lot of people in this part of the world would rather this time of year for the industry, especially the North Country, would rather see the snow and cold. And you know me, Bill,
Yeah.
I am a big snowmobiler, big avid snowmobiler. And I will say this, although it's been teens and 20 below zero in the North Country, I would still stay off the lakes. Probably not enough ice on the lakes. If they are iced over, I would still wait.
It is this is not ice fishing season. It just has not been cold long enough. And we actually have seen some cases where people have gone into the water, and boy, that can be really, really dangerous. So be aware. Was it Snowfest? This is Snowdio weekend for Boonville? Snowdio
and Old Fort.
Old Fort.
Snowfest, I think, is Boonville, And it's been, they've had a couple years in the last 10 they've had snow, but there's a ton of snow. The problem is the traffic. I know the drill. It's probably going to be bumpy.
Yes.
But, hey, they're going.
They're going, and remember, we went many years where there was all these events in the wintertime were just canceled because we did not even come close to having the snow. And we just, I cannot tell you the number of Christmas days that you could be outside and it'd be like 50 degrees, 60 degrees outside. And we are, we're in a new cycle. There's no doubt about it. An old cycle, but it's new for.
Well, we hope so. Some of us anyway.
Yeah. All right. Interesting stuff. And this certainly makes it much more interesting for a meteorologist, I would imagine, in predicting the weather.
It does.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff, Ray. Be safe out there. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Ray Stajic with the Weather Channel. We'll do an update on school closings and delays here, and Manaski's update on news and the full weather forecast next year at WIBX.
Bill, we have cloudy skies, 22 degrees at 6:37. This news update is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. The following schools have closed today: Central Valley, Dulgeville, Herkimer Bosse's, Little Falls, Madison Oneida Bosse's, Mohawk Valley Christian Academy, Morrisville Eaton. Oneida is closed today with remote learning. Rome City schools are closed, and VVS is closed as well. And the following on a 2-hour delay: Adirondack, Brookfield, Camden, Clinton, Frankfort Schuyler, Hamilton, Herkimer, Holland Patton, Madison, New Hartford, New York Mills, Notre Dame, Oppenheim, Ephrata St. Johnsville, Oriskany, Owen D. Young, Poland, Remsen, Richfield Springs, Sequoia Valley, Stockbridge Valley, Utica schools also on a 2-hour delay, as are Waterville, West Canada Valley, Westmoreland, and Whitesboro. That complete list again on our website at WIBX950.com. Evacuations underway in Washington state as intense rain causes extreme flooding near Seattle. State officials say evacuation orders are in place for residents living near areas north of Seattle, along with an area south of Tacoma. The governor's office says up to 100,000 residents may be told to evacuate, and that some rivers were expected to hit record levels by early this morning. The Trump administration is threatening to sanction the International Criminal Court unless it pledges not to prosecute the president. An administration official said Wednesday that they are concerned that the ICC will turn its attention to the president and others and pursue prosecutions against them. The officials didn't say if the concern was over the recent U.S. military strikes on alleged drug boats in the Caribbean. The Senate will vote today on 2 proposals designed to help Americans pay for health care. The Affordable Care Act subsidies are set to expire at the end of this year, leading to a spike in premiums for about 22 million Americans. The proposal from the GOP would replace expiring ACA subsidies with direct payments to individuals. And a new measles outbreak is spreading in South Carolina with no end in sight. The state health department is reporting 27 new cases of the virus since last Friday. So far, there have been 111 reported cases, in a northwest part of that state, which includes Greenville and Spartanburg. The vaccination rate for students in Spartanburg County is 90%, which is below the 95% doctors say is required to protect against such outbreaks. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time 6:39, and we are currently at cloudy with 22 degrees.
Changeable, best way I can describe it, and we did get some of our double-digit totals. Boonville, last check was a foot, probably more than that now. Still snowing, and more snow showers and a lake effect snow warning now covering up all of Oneida County, Madison, and West and North, and even on into Herkimer and Hamilton County. So the lake snow going now. Heavier accumulations will continue to be north, but we could pick up another couple of inches today with a gusty wind. Still pretty tough out there traveling. Highs will only be in the low 20s. More snow showers tonight, more snow showers tomorrow. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Cloudy and 22. I'm dreaming of a green Christmas, Bill.
I'm dreaming of a green. Yeah, I like that.
'Cause we're not we're gonna have a white one, that's for sure.
There is probably no question about that. It looks pretty white. Quick break. We'll come back. Be careful out there. This is more of that snow that is on top of very, very cold, icy surface, an icy surface. In other words, it seems slipperier than normal, very much like what we had a week ago when the schools all closed and delayed. Quick break, and we'll come back at WIBX.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Looking to slide into savings with a reliable ride without the brand new price tag? Then it's time to bundle up the deals at Steep Ponte Chevrolet in Herkimer. Check out their Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicles. Perfect for winter adventures, from holiday road trips to frosty morning commutes. Each vehicle is backed by a certified warranty and low financing options. Right now, qualified buyers can lock in chilly cool rates as low as 3.9% for 36 months on select Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicles like Chevrolet Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, and Traverse. You'll drive away warm, confident in a Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicle. Don't wait. These winter savings will melt away soon. Head to Steep Ponte Chevrolet, where it's always easy to do business. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Visit them on State Route 28 in Herkimer or at SteepPonteChevy.com. Customers must qualify for top-tier financing with GM Financial. All taxes and fees due on delivery. Must take delivery by December 31st. Customer must qualify for top-tier credit through GM Financial. See salesperson for details.
Hey man, thanks for coming so fast. I couldn't get anyone else to pick up.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. I'm not complaining though. Business is way up lately.
Wow, good for you. I've been trying to grow my accounting practice, but it's been pretty slow.
Yeah, I was in the same boat last year. What really helped me was checking out this site, mylocalcustomers.com.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, well, most people haven't. It gives you a look at how many people in town are searching for what you do, and it also provides a plan to help them actually find you.
Like online?
Exactly. It's eye-opening, and it only takes a couple minutes to get started.
Huh, well, you fixed my sink. Maybe you just fixed my business too.
Want to know how many people in your area are searching for your type of business? Start with a local customer analysis at mylocalcustomers.com. It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. Go to mylocalcustomers.com today.
That's mylocalcustomers.com. mylocalcustomers.com.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hate the weather and it's coming down. The snow all around. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. This snow is we're going to have a long winter. It just, the understatement of the world, it just feels that way.
Ray said it's going to break.
Maybe
it's called April.
Yeah, that might be it. Maybe it will by the holiday. Richard this morning or yesterday morning says we're going to be getting snow off and on, right on through into the weekend. So prepare, he says. Prepare yourself for that. And it is what it is, right? Okay, there's a new HBO Max documentary out called Happy and You Know It. It is a documentary about the most annoying kids music.
Oh.
It includes several children artists like the Wiggles, and you'll hear, I have a little piece of the trailer here. The guy who made the original Baby Shark video is still upset at Pink Fong making a massive hit out of it. That's not what he wanted. Here's audio.
I find a lot of kids' songs repetitive and annoying. Dumbed down.
Makes me want to blow my brains out. The peak of my creativity was my original Baby Shark. Baby Shark, do, 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 Baby Shark. All of a sudden, Pink Fong was the Baby Shark standard. And I was like, you know what? I quit.
That's it. I'm done. I am done. This is awful.
You know, if we go back a generation or maybe even two, there was a brutal kid song that parents would be like smashing their head against the wall. It involved a giant purple dinosaur. Do you remember
yes,
this?
I love you. You love me.
Love you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby Shark, though, almost did have like a pop appeal.
I guess it did.
Kind of had you bobbing your head a little bit.
AAA has come out with its end-of-the-year travel predictions, and once again, they're saying get ready for record-breaking travel. On the line right now is Tanya J. Powers with Fox News Radio. Tanya, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
I know you're humming the Baby Shark thing in there, and I apologize for that. You will not be able to. You will not be able to get that out of your head all day now. My apologies.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, that's stuck there. Thank you. I appreciate that.
My apologies.
Tanya
okay.
Powers.
What is AAA saying about travel this year?
Well, they're saying that for the holiday season, the year-end holiday travel season here, we expect about 122 million Americans, according to them, are going to be traveling at least 50 miles from home. That's about 2% more than last year. That holiday period runs between December 20th and January 1st, so it's quite a few days.
Yeah.
89% of those people overall are planning to go by car. They're planning road trips. Plenty of people are going to fly. AAA says a little more than 8 million travelers are going to take domestic flights. Matter of fact, it is the first time on record that the number of domestic air travelers over the year-end holiday period will get above 8 million. So that's
wow.
also a kind of a big deal to note. Yeah.
I think we're in for a lot of travel, and we're really back from COVID, right? COVID still had tempered things, and boy, we're back and then some. It seems.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you look at the number of travelers and how the graph has gone up, AAA puts all these numbers out for their travel forecast, and they have graphs and charts and all that stuff. And if you look at it, it goes back to 2010. There's a bar graph. In 2010, 90.7 million was the holiday year-end holiday traveler numbers. Okay. And it climbed, 91, 94, on up to about 119.3 in 2019. In 2020, that number went way down to 81. And then when we went back up to 109, and we've been climbing back up there ever since. So we just now, last year was barely over where we were in 2019, and this year finally gets us, a couple of more steps above that. So yeah, that's how it's kind of looked over the last 15 years or so.
Well, if you're going to be traveling, you really should during the holidays and during the winter months. You really, at this point, have to be prepared for a cancellation or a delay at least, and pack accordingly for that, or at least prepare yourself for it, and then prepare your plans at home. There's a trick that my wife always uses, and I wonder what your thoughts are on it, Tanya, and that is get the first flight out. Always get the first flight out, and you will be your chances of delay are decreased significantly.
Yes, you always get the first flight out of the day. You always get the first doctor's appointment of the day. Those are two.
Yes.
I'm right there with her.
That's
Those
exactly
are two things that I absolutely live by.
Get out.
Because, like you say, I mean, there's maybe less of a chance that, your crew should already be there for the morning when they're ready to go. There's less of a chance that there's going to be, something that has gummed up the works there. I mean, weather is something obviously you can't do anything about. But I'm right there with you.
All right. Anything more?
I thought you were going to say that your wife's tip to beat the holiday travel is to invite the family to your house.
Yeah, that's it.
No lines.
Yeah, no lines, no waiting.
No searching, no
maybe
packing.
Some waiting. All right, Tanya, have a wonderful day, and thank you so much as always. All right, Tanya G. Powers, Fox News Radio.
Why get stuck on the highway when you can bake in your own kitchen?
Can we talk about the... I'm just going to say this about that, and that is not anything that we've just been talking about, but what you guys were talking about earlier. The that I'm talking about is the Pete Alonso news yesterday. The Mets losing Pete Alonso. So I just want to say the three players who, in a Mets win in the previous 5 seasons, maybe not 5, but stay with me, that were in the headlines and credited with the win or inspiring the win were Brandon Nimmo, Pete Alonso, and Edwin Diaz. And all 3 of those integral players are now gone. This team is now being built around Juan Soto.
Yes, it's being rebuilt. I think Cohen decided we threw a ton of money at the team last year. This formula.
And the year before.
This equation with the players we have, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not working.
It doesn't work. But they had a great year 2 years ago. They made that great postseason run.
Yeah.
But again, they overachieved because they struggled at the end of the
Right.
season. And then this past season, obviously, the wheels came off, and it was one of the biggest collapses that we've seen.
So you're either going to get rid of your manager or you're going to start breaking up the team. You'll see this. I always wondered why after '86 the Mets were like breaking everything up, getting rid of everybody, and because there is a recipe. There's a winning recipe. But I find that's not the way it used to be. Used to be you kept your team. If you're Yogi Berra, you played for the Yankees, and that's where you stayed until you no longer played. It's different now, and there's a science to it. There's an algorithm, and this feel that you've got to create the right, perfect recipe. And I don't know, but those 3 integral players for the Mets are now gone.
Yeah, and it looks like another guy who's been a very important piece of the puzzle, the success that they have had, Jeff McNeil.
He's another one.
Is he going to be here when the season starts?
Yeah. I don't know.
I wonder if, you're talking about the old days of the Yankees, is kind of clubhouse demeanor in regards to the amount of money that floats around now as opposed to those old days. I mean, Mickey Mantle obviously was incredible, but you didn't hear as much about salary things and whatever it is. And I think a lot of times you could end up with a lot of envy that takes place, that there's expectations. If I'm going to pay Soto this much money, I expect these things. And all of a sudden everybody gets a bee in their bonnet.
Well, speaking of the Yankees, let's look at those days with Derek Jeter and with their closer Rivera, who just was a stand. But they were performing, and that team really was able to stay together.
But yeah, you had Alex Rodriguez, who was I mean, depending on what you feel about him.
Yeah, the late '90s teams though were all third base was Brocious, who wasn't a huge contract guy. Then they also had Charlie Hayes there. You had Tino at first, Bernie in center. He was obviously a staple there. And then there was kind of like this rotation of outfielders. Matsui was a staple there, but they would get they had Rock Raines in there. O'Neill, not Tim O'Neill. Help me out. Paul O'Neill. And who's that?
Paul O'Neill.
Yeah, Paul O'Neill. So my point is they had role players. It wasn't the highest paid player at every position.
Well, and if you go back to 86 for the Mets, they built that team. That team was constructed when they brought in Keith Hernandez, and then they bring in Gary Carter, and there were a few more that veteran players that were brought in, and then you had a couple that came up through the organization in Darryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden, and it was just the perfect mix. But that team was toxic. That team was drug-infused. Yeah. Keith Hernandez was taking a break during the game to go out and smoke at the very least. But right after they won, they broke that team. They began to break that team up.
You know, and as it relates to this current Mets roster, maybe I'm wrong here. It's just a thought. But it involves Soto. So, like, I'm not saying Soto's a guy who dogs it and loafs it, but we have talked before about, they're down 9-1 in the 7th, and he hits a solo shot, and he's strutting. When you talk about clubhouse issues and cohesion, I just wonder sometimes if I'm the highest paid player in the sport of all time, I'm not listening to my third baseman who yells at me that I didn't run hard going first to third.
Well, and how's the relationship? It's going to be interesting. How's the relationship between, and after all of this, between Lindor and Soto? Because there's a name we didn't even mention.
That's the key.
Lindor is the other one that was mentioned whenever the Mets would win. Lindor has played a huge role and had a tremendous season last year. But, Pete Alonso hasn't, even though he had a great season, he wasn't hitting the ball out of the park, but he was getting a lot of singles and doubles and RBIs last year. Yeah. He played a role.
He did great in the beginning of the season. He really did help them big time at the beginning of the year.
So we'll see what. But I think for Mets fans, this whole thought that here we are, we're just one step away from winning it all, that has deflated tremendously.
Yes, it has.
And hopefully we're going to have baseball next year because
we're looking at this strike all over again.
This mess that they're going to have in the salary cap thing.
Davey, is this an accurate alarm that you've given me here? This thing in red that says 5747. It's accurate today? All right. I'm going to use it for you, and you won't have to get pissed off this morning.
This is like our police code.
That's it.
Davey, we've got a 5747.
5747. You better take care of it. Okay, so I'm going to hit it for you. We have school closings and delays and all of that stuff to get to coming up. And news
coming up,
which is straight ahead at WIBX.
Firestone Winter Force tires are designed to deliver impressive handling on snow, ice, and in wet weather conditions. Whether you have a coupe, sedan, wagon, or minivan, Winter Force tires let you drive with confidence, and you still get the comfortable driving experience you've come to expect from Firestone. Winter, you've met your match. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Available at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, or online at tallmanstire.com.
It all began in 1985 with a single goal, a commitment to brighten our community. And with your kindness, that light grew brighter. Because for 40 years, you've helped Food Bank of Central New York deliver healthy food and hope. But that need continues to grow. So this year, please consider giving a little extra and make sure the light we shine together never goes out.
So Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $29.95 a month for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This top-tier plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you'll save over 50% every month for the rest of your life. You might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro, offer ends 12/14. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Stewart Shop is excited to kick off our 40th annual Holiday Match campaign. Since 1986, Holiday Match has raised more than $39 million to support local children's charities. This program runs from Thanksgiving through Christmas. And don't forget, Stewart Shops matches every donation we receive. So stop by your local Stewart's, toss your change in the bucket next to the register. Let's have another amazing holiday match season.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
It's a blatant act of theft. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. And Venezuela is essentially calling President Trump a pirate for seizing an oil tanker off the coast.
Large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually.
And he suggests the U.S. will keep the oil.
The DHS secretary calling this a targeted operation to seize an oil tanker sanctioned by the U.S. government for transporting oil from Venezuela to Iran to help foreign terrorist organizations.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson also details how it happened.
The assault force fast roping from a U.S. Navy SH-60 Romeo helicopter onto the deck of a very large crude carrier named Skipper. The ship was seen secretly loading 1.1 million barrels of sanctioned oil at Venezuela's Jose terminal. According to Marine Traffic, for years, the vessel has been transmitting false positions, a tactic used by Venezuela's so-called dark fleet to smuggle oil to Iran.
The Venezuelan opposition leader who won the Nobel Peace Prize came out of hiding. Maria Corina Machado escaped, went to Oslo, Norway, where she was cheered from a balcony shortly after Machado's daughter accepted the Peace Prize on her mom's behalf. Ukraine's president's meeting today with European leaders, backing his country in the war with Russia.
The so-called Coalition of the Willing comprises countries offering to contribute to Ukraine's post-war security. Some have even offered to put boots on the ground if needed. Today they hold a video call hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron. Intense diplomacy is taking place this week as part of efforts to bring Ukraine's war with Russia to an end. Ukraine has prepared a new proposal for the United States to assess.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. The Senate will vote today on health care. Democrats pushing an extension of Obamacare tax credits set to expire. The Republican plan would reform Obamacare instead. Senator Bill Cassidy tells Fox.
It would take money that would go to these premium tax credits, and we put it into health savings accounts so that the patient has money in her pocket to pay the insurance policy out of pocket.
America's listening to Fox News.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Days after Erica Kirk told Fox,
I want justice for my husband more than any other person on the internet.
Charlie Kirk's accused killer will go to court.
Tyler Robinson will make his first in-person appearance in a Utah County courtroom for a review hearing at noon Mountain Time Thursday. He's attended previous hearings remotely from the Utah County Jail in Spanish Fork. He's accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk on September 10th during a Turning Point USA event at Utah Valley University. He's been charged with aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, 2 counts of obstruction of justice, 2 counts of witness tampering, and a violent offense committed in the presence of a child. Prosecutors have said they intend to seek the death penalty. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
The Federal Reserve has made another interest rate cut, 0.25% for the third time this year, though President Trump thinks it should have been bigger.
We have a deadhead Fed hair. I mean, this guy, the head of the Federal Reserve is a stiff.
On Wall Street, there was a big stock market surge. The Dow rose nearly 500 points, but this morning, futures are down for the Dow and the NASDAQ. In the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder won again, blowing out Phoenix by 49 points. It's the defending champion Thunder's 16th straight win. OKC is now 24-1 this season, on pace for the best record ever. In baseball, a big deal for Baltimore and a sad deal for Mets fans.
One day after All-Star closer Edwin Diaz agreed to a deal with the back-to-back World Series
Series champion Dodgers, another fan favorite is also leaving New York. Slugger Pete Alonso is signing with the Orioles for a $155 million over 5 years, according to multiple reports. A 5-time All-Star, Alonso was the National League Rookie of the Year in 2019, and he's the 2-time winner of the Home Run Derby, as well as the Mets franchise record holder for homers. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
Tonight, Week 15 of the NFL season kicks off Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
We have mostly cloudy skies. Right now, 21 degrees. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 7:05. This news update is brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. We are currently under a lake effect snow warning that will continue until 7 tomorrow morning. We'll begin with your school closings and delays. The following schools are closed today: Central Valley, Dolgeville, Herkimer Boces, Little Falls, Madison Oneida Boces, Mohawk Valley Christian Academy, Morrisville Eaton. Oneida schools are closed with remote learning. Rome City schools are closed, as is VVS. And the following on a 2-hour delay: Adirondack, Brookfield, Camden, Clinton, Frankfort Schuyler, Hamilton, Herkimer, Holland Patent, Madison, New Hartford, New York Mills, Notre Dame, Oppenheim, Euphrates, St. Johnsville, Oriskany, Owen D. Young, Poland, all on a 2-hour delay this morning. So is Remsen, Richfield Springs, Sequoia Valley, Stockbridge Valley, and Utica City Schools, Waterville, West Canada Valley, Westmoreland, and Whitesboro, all on a 2-hour delay. That complete list available at WIBX950.com.
Mohawk Central School is now closed.
Thank you.
It closed 13 years ago. Sorry.
Is that what I said?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. My alma mater doesn't exist anymore, Jeff. It's gone. It's merged with another district. Sorry.
Again, that complete list available on our website. Sadly, a second person has died after the blaze that tore through the countryside apartments on Rome Oriskany Road on Tuesday morning. One of the victims, of course, was pronounced dead at the scene, but a woman who was found severely burned outside of a building there was brought to Upstate Medical Center, where she passed away from her injuries. The American Red Cross still assisting those who have been displaced by the fire. Oneida County officials are issuing a warning about the growing problem of benefits being skimmed from SNAP recipients. They say recipients should avoid using a third-party app or any third-party apps to manage or check on their benefits. They also suggest using the lock card feature to prevent unauthorized access to your account and keeping your PIN number confidential. Anyone with questions or concerns can reach out to the Oneida County Department of Family and Community Services. And a Utica man was found asleep behind the wheel. He's now facing several charges, including DWI and criminal possession of a weapon. UPD officers say 30-year-old Michael Stubbs later admitted he was intoxicated after being found asleep at the intersection of Park Avenue and Hopper Street. As police were checking his license status, officers also say Stubbs drove off. He was later stopped again on Rutger Street, and cops say a search of his vehicle uncovered a handgun in his center console. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 7:08. Your Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net.
Changeable, best way I can describe it, and we did get some of our double-digit totals. Boonville, last check was a foot, probably more than that now, still snowing, and more snow showers and a lake effect snow warning now covering up all of Oneida County, Madison, and West and North, and even on into Herkimer and Hamilton County. So the lake snow going now. Heavier accumulations will continue to be north, but we could pick up another couple of inches today with a gusty wind. Still pretty tough out there traveling. Highs will only be in the low 20s. More snow showers tonight, more snow showers tomorrow. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Cloudy skies, 21 degrees at 7:09. All right, in sports, Week 15 already of the NFL season kicks off tonight. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Atlanta Falcons. Thursday Night Football, our coverage of the game begins at 7 o'clock. The Bucs have dropped 4 of their last 5. They're now tied with the Carolina Panthers atop the division at 7-6. Colts quarterback Phillip Rivers is preparing to play. Head coach Shane Steichen would not commit to a starter, but did leave the door open for Rivers to play on Sunday. He's 44 years old and just signed with the team because all 3 of their quarterbacks are currently dinged up. The status of backup quarterback Riley Leonard, who's dealing with a knee injury, will be a factor in Stitchen's decision. Indianapolis will play in Seattle on Sunday. The Giants don't have to worry about Jaden Daniels under center when they play Washington coming up on Sunday. Daniels aggravated the elbow injury that kept him out of the team's previous 3 games during Sunday's loss to the Vikings. Marcus Mariota will get the start. The Utica Comets pick up another victory. It's a win in 3 of their last 4 games, the final 3-2 last night. They also have a 4-game point streak going. The Comets are back at the Adirondack Bank Center on Friday night. They'll play home Saturday as well. The opponent Friday is Hartford, and they will play Springfield on Saturday night. The puck drops at 7 o'clock for both games. I saved it for the end here. The Baltimore Orioles are finalizing a deal with All-Star first baseman Pete Alonso. The deal 5 years, $155 million. Alonso hit 264 home runs for the Mets, including 38 last season. And one of the key things to mention there, he broke David Wright's record, and David Wright broke Darryl Strawberry's record.
Yeah.
I believe I have that correct, but I know Alonso was the Mets' all-time home run leader.
I really felt that he was franchise, and it was he was going to retire with the Mets, and apparently that stuff doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. Money walks, and loyalty, whatever. And actually, you know what? It was Darryl Strawberry who was still the leader before Pete Alonso broke it. David Wright is currently 3rd on the all-time list. Obviously, he's not going to go up from there. But I thought it was a bad look. Again, we can say it was his agent who initiated this.
Right.
But,
right after the season.
I mean, the guy was still running down the first baseline when the news broke. Pete Alonso is opting out next season. I didn't think that was a good look, especially after they just gave him a new contract. Either way, he's no longer a New York Met.
Davey, tonight, Syracuse.
Yes.
This is a fun team to watch. If you've not seen Syracuse basketball, these guys are fun to watch.
Yes, they are. They're playing 6-3 St. Joe's and against 5-3 Syracuse tonight at the Dome at 9 o'clock on the ACC network.
Oh.
And Coach Adrian Autry says Donnie Freeman could be back by the end of the month for the ACC opener on December 31st against Clemson.
Well, I got to say, they've looked really good without him, and you can only imagine what that could do. And Carmelo's kid has been no disappointment here. He really looks, and this team is extremely talented, Davey.
Yes, you are right.
They're just fun to watch right now.
I like the Kyle kid.
Yes, so do I.
The
really
defense, the blocks, I love it.
I mean, I don't know what happens, but I don't know. The way they've gotten off to a start, these guys seem like they're going to be extremely competitive. And I'm excited. It's been a while for Syracuse.
Sorry to interrupt you. And Joe Lunardi on a podcast I was listening to last night, if they had a 64 teams into the NCAA, Syracuse would make it with their win over Tennessee last week.
Yeah. Think
Well,
about that.
it's still super early.
Well, I'm just saying.
You think so? You think it is?
They should be. A competitive Syracuse team should always be in the bracket.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the Syracuse should not be missing. They're a good enough program. They should not miss the NCAA tournament, especially multiple years in a row.
Tim, do you think that...
we were a great team.
Yeah.
And hopefully we return to that. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Tim, one note before we break. You think you can remember the script for our Real Men Get Tested commercial? Tim and I are working on a new commercial that'll be debuting next week.
Yes.
And it's for Real Men Get Tested for cancer. Of course, we're both cancer survivors and continue to plow forward. You just recently got some good news.
7 years.
7 years and counting.
Wow. Congratulations.
So this commercial is kind of a holiday spot. He didn't like the one I came up with. I got this really sexy girl.
We may
to
use
say,
that one another time.
It's a good one. She's really voluptuous and sexy, and she's like, "Hi guys."
That's
And she's AI or she's your neighbor?
It was all AI.
That's the director's cut.
Yeah.
I was going to offer to come over and shovel your driveway.
All right. So the script simply goes Tim, I just, I don't have time. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to wrap the gifts. We're putting up the tree. I've just got so much on my list this year.
And I said, none of that matters. not the gifts.
That's right.
Not the lights. Not.
I think his line.
Santa the Hindenburg.
I think
There's a part of that.
There's a funny line in there about.
But
I said in my blow up Santa just blew down the street. And he's like, that didn't blow down the street. You were trying to airlift it with your leaf blower. Nonetheless, the message is you may have this giant list to take care of for the holidays, but
none of it matters unless you get tested.
I mean, if you're dead
that year,
you're dead, the list's not getting done.
Yep.
And you're leaving it all behind. That is an awful thing to think about because you're invincible, right? You do everything every single day. You got this to do, that to do. Don't worry, I'll get that done. I know we're behind.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll catch up over here. I'll get that taken care of. I'll just work later or whatever. Boy, when you think about the invincibility is not infinite. Your invincibility is not infinite. It's a real look in the mirror and a shocker.
Yep.
You got to remember that. So
right.
It is important to get out there and get tested, and that could be the greatest gift of all that you give to your kids and your family.
Depending on the day your wife thinks about you.
That's right. That's right.
There are days.
There are some days.
There are those days.
The
life insurance is looking good.
Not that I wish he was gone, but maybe just not around as much.
Yeah.
Quick break at WIBX.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hurt in a car? Call William Attar. 315-444-4444.
Scott Graham here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. Jason Benetti and Kyle Rudolph have the call this week when the Buccaneers host the Falcons. Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay are 7-6 and share the NFC South lead with Carolina, but they're coming off a loss to the division rival Saints, and now face another. Join us for Atlanta at Tampa Bay on Thursday Night Football.
The NFL plays here all season long on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, listen, you can wrap up the year with extra cheer and extra savings at GPO Federal Credit Union. Drive into the new year with an auto loan as low as 4.24% APR for 60 months on new 2022 to 2026 models. Not necessarily new, I guess, with checking and direct deposit. Or grow your savings with their 14-month term share certificate special. That's 4% APY. Need a little extra for the holidays or winter home upgrades? Their holiday loan and warm home loan, both as low as 5.99% APR for 12 months. Visit gpofcu.com or your nearest branch and wrap up the year in savings only at GPO. Your journey, their commitment. GPO Federal Credit Union, committed to excellence. Membership eligibility required. NCUA insured. Rates based on credit and restrictions apply. Offer ends on December 31, which is just around the corner. And you can tune in to Manaski our 2025 Christmas Eve extravaganza. How would you describe this program?
It's very fun. It's a lot of fun. It's traditional.
I thought you were going to say hell. And
No.
it's a blast. It's a lot, though. We're 6 hours straight in that show.
Yes.
So if you're hanging around the house or out driving or doing some gifting or just sit, turn it on YouTube, turn on the app or on the radio, and 6 a.m. until noon, Christmas Eve morning. And it's sponsored by It's a Utica Thing Restaurant and Bar, and their catering. If you need anything done, and let's talk about that. If you're having a party and you don't want to do all the food, just call them. They'll come in. They'll set it up. You can pick it up if you'd like. However you want to do it. Italian foods, pastas, salad, chicken riggies, greens, tomato pie, and the list goes on. It's awesome.
It's so good.
I like to think that even when they have a big tray of ziti, it tastes like it's a small portion that was just made for you. It's really, really good. And you can call them at 315-738-8946, taking orders for catering through New Year's. And you can visit their restaurant as well. It'd be a great place to take people. It's a Utica Thing kitchen and bar. You have family coming in. It's like, hey, this is called It's a Utica Thing, and it really is. The food is really good. Check it out. Our Christmas show, though, is 6 a.m. until noon, Christmas Eve morning.
Yeah, as I've said, I've already got my Tupperware containers in the backseat of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking a bunch of stuff home after the Christmas Eve show.
We'll
be your Christmas Eve companion. That's what we'll be.
I hate Tupperware. The lids are missing. They don't stack well.
Yeah.
They're all. I have never in my life had a neat Tupperware section in our pantry or wherever.
Except for the day you got them, right?
Except for the day you get them.
They're all stacked and nice.
You know what? We're going to keep this one really neat. This is going to be perfect. So we just went out and I just bought a whole bunch of those restaurant to go. They're the plastic.
The black bottom, clear top.
No. They're all clear.
Oh, they're all clear.
The ones you get if you go to a Chinese restaurant and they send you soup home. That clear plastic with the top on it. And they're washable. They don't have. I mean, they're made in China, so they're poisonous. But still, it's
well organized.
You stack them up. The lids all go in one spot, and they're all the same.
I believe the lids also have little microphones in them. And
they say that it doesn't.
The bottoms have cameras also. They're spying on us.
It's better than the styrofoam that ends up blending into the actual hot soup when you're eating it. Listen, it's a little slick out there. I'm going to ask you, we'll have an update on the school delays and what's turned to closure. A big key to all of this is Herkimer County BOCES and Madison Oneida BOCES both are closed today. And that always makes it a little. We can bring him in. We're fine. This is a great story. Go ahead.
Can I add one to the list?
Yeah.
The ARC Oneida Lewis programs and services are closed today because of the weather, but staff should report in all locations. Just got that in the email.
And what do we say? All the great stories happen in Florida, right?
Depends on what you mean by great.
I believe it's true. A 36-year-old man in Florida was arrested this week after crashing a stolen BMW. When the cops asked him what was going on, he claimed he was, quote, teleported into the vehicle. Here's Calvin Johnson talking with officers explaining how he was teleported into the vehicle. Coming up.
130 miles an hour, and I swear to God, watch his move. Do you have a fire extinguisher?
I got in the car. I don't know. I teleported or something.
Where'd you get the car from?
I don't know. It's Calvin.
Beach side?
I don't know. I teleported.
Did you come from Bicentennial Park?
I don't know.
He stole the car.
Hey, you saved me from the aliens.
I'm thinking some real synthetic drugs or hallucinogenics.
Yes.
Something that is taking him to be teleported into the vehicle. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
that could be.
He takes his bath salts into the tub.
Bath salts.
I don't think he takes them in the
might
tub.
Be it. Oh, boy.
You could make an argument, though, that he was teleported, except if you're the only one in the vehicle. It's not like the car was just speeding down the road on its own and you just appeared in it.
Yeah.
Now, if you were in the trunk, maybe, you could say, I don't know, I was just teleported here and the guy was driving or I was kidnapped. But
No, listen, you saw
Florida.
You saw Age of Disclosure. I'm just telling you, it just happened to me. I mean, I saw Marco Rubio talking about it just the other night. It happened to me. In studio right now is Dr. Zielinski, Dr. Shemileski from the Falcon Clinic. Docs, good morning. Nice
Good
to
morning.
to the microphones. And good morning, Dr. Shemileski. How are the roads?
For me, the roads were really good. I've got a nice SUV.
That
and
helps. You have snow tires or all winter, all weather?
Yeah, I have snow tires.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You got to do it. I mean, the all weather are nice, but the winter tires are,
If I would have known that teleporting was an option, I would have done that, and I would have kept the car at home.
Yeah, you
sign me up
too. Right from your front room through here, you teleport. We do it all the time. All right. Now, am I correct in saying that you guys are not going to be able to make our Christmas Eve show, so we're going to record a song that you're going to do for the a holiday type song? Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
I didn't know that. Okay, all right.
I like it. Oh, you did not know that?
No.
Well, you're welcome to perform on that day live. Also, you'll have to make that decision.
Let me see what happens.
We will see what happens.
You want to do it now?
Let's end with it, if we could. I know that you guys. First of all, I want you, if you could, talk about the fact that you now have added a provider.
Yes.
And you're accepting new patients.
Sure. So starting on February 9th of next year, we are very pleased to announce that we're going to have Dr. Cheryl Mattern joining us. So she's a native of the area, but for the past several years, she's been practicing up at the VA in Oswego, but she's looking to come closer to the home, so we're thrilled to have her back here. She has worked for many years in various capacities. She's been a hospitalist at some of the local hospitals. She had her own private practice for a number of years. She also worked at Slocum-Dixon. So she comes to us with an extensive amount of experience in primary care, but also, and she's an allopathic physician. Dr. Shemileski and I are osteopaths, but she's a very holistic allopathic physician. She likes to minimize her medications, focus more on dietary supplements, nutritional advice, behavioral intervention, stuff like that. Although she has expressed some interest in learning some basic manipulation and acupuncture and other things. And she also, like Dr. Shemileski and I do, she also treats addiction as well. So it's always good to have another provider who's able to help us assist us with those things. And she also does hepatitis C treatment and women's health, breast exams, pap smears, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So,
very nice.
So we are, the last time I checked, she does have some openings on her first day. So we are booking out till February 9th. Dr. Shemileski and I are booking out a little bit past that, but that's less than 2 months away. So we're excited to be able to get new patients back into the office, and fairly quickly in the grand scheme of things, not in 6 months or a year. So,
and with the holidays coming up, I know you guys wanted to talk about just surviving.
Yes, we do.
The holidays,
including but not limited to those snow tires that you referenced before.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Sometimes it's not easy, right? Holidays can be tough for people.
Well, I had a number of patients come to me around the holidays over the years, and we would talk about things, about how things going with the family. I don't have one. I don't keep in touch with them. Well, what about, just your friends? Well, I don't have any. Well, like, what's it all about? And they say, well, for me, this is the worst time of the year.
Yeah.
And I kept hearing that from a lot of people. And so Dr. Zielinski and I were talking about, like, it's not a happy, joyous time for some people.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all you have around you is everybody's happy, everybody's joyous, and
Well, that could be one of the triggers, because we usually compare ourselves to other people.
Of course.
Why is that person smiling? Why does that person have a good family and has a good job and I don't? But there are a lot of things that people can do, even to the point of, like, first of all, like giving. I know my brother, he had worked for House of Good Shepherd. And he had asked my parents, can I bring one of the young kids there from House of Good Shepherd over for a Christmas dinner? And we got them presents and everything.
Nice.
So giving, volunteering, stuff like that. Calling up a family member you haven't talked to in years, maybe.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
And keeping in contact.
Yeah.
And the other thing is just being somewhere where there are other people. It doesn't have to be a bar or a restaurant. I mean, there are a lot of clubs and things like that where, you can get input from other people.
Yeah. You want to add to that?
I do. So a lot of things that we see around the holidays are flare-ups of things like depression, anxiety, stress. So we always encourage patients to come in for evaluation. Sometimes, even medications for those conditions, when appropriate, used very judiciously, whether it's from your primary care provider or a psychiatrist, can be very helpful. Certain supplements like vitamin D, especially, which we get from the sun, which obviously we don't get a whole lot this time of year, especially in upstate New York. And some other things that can be very helpful are things like counseling and osteopathic manipulation, particularly craniosacral treatments and acupuncture. So, and then also, people tend to run themselves a little ragged around the holidays, of course. So if you're exhausted from lifting a lot of heavy packages and stuff like that, consider an osteopathic manipulation from myself or Dr. Shimoleski, or acupuncture from Dr. Kosminski.
I love that. We do that. I do that every month, and in fact, I was just talking. We were at a restaurant locally, and the owner was speaking about how she goes and has brought about 20 other people to the clinic to do the very same thing, because it does set you off. I feel like it sets you up for a much better month. Sure. And OMT is what it's called.
Correct. Osteopathic manipulative treatment.
All right. And phone number at the Falcon Clinic?
315-507-4751.
Why don't you guys get set up and ready to do what you're going to do? And I'm going to quickly do our Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week. That is Investigator Guerin at the New Hartford Police Department. Geringer, I should say. Investigator, good morning. Who is this week's Wanted Person of the Week?
Good morning. This week's Wanted Person of the Week is Gianna M. Gibson. She's a 28-year-old female. About 5'7", 125 pounds. Brown eyes, brown hair. Her last known address was in the city of Utica. Her charges right now out of New Hartford are for grand larceny fourth, which is a felony.
So I do want to say the story is up on our website at WIBX950.com. You can see a photo in there, and the story is that there were. Now, listen, if I'm going to go into Dick's Sporting Goods and steal something, golf clubs are hard to get out without someone seeing you take golf clubs. You're usually pretty large, right? It's golf clubs. If I'm correct, that's one of the things that she was charged with.
Yes, she's been accused of stealing golf clubs from the Dick's store, valued at over $1,800.
Yeah. Okay.
This occurred back on September 18th, 2025.
All right. We appreciate it, Investigator, and it's up on our site. And the beauty of Crime Stoppers is it's absolutely 100% anonymous, and becomes you don't have to worry about who did the reporting and who, but you can certainly send a tip off to police. And we appreciate what you guys do out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bill.
All right. Investigator Geringer with the New Hartford Police Department. It's our Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week. And you can go to our website for details on that. And the phone numbers and the website, all that stuff is in there. All right. In studio here is Dr. Zielinski and Dr. Shimoleski. Dr. Zielinski has a guitar on him. And what's the game plan here? What do you guys want to do?
So we're all going to sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed.
Oh, we are? Okay. All right.
All right.
Make sure that mic is over near you, because otherwise...
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Good.
Got you good. Okay. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, here they are from the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills.
The Squawking Falcons.
The Squawking Falcons. Here we go.
All right, ready? You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
2, 3, 4.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Come on, Tim.
Had a very shiny nose.
This is beautiful.
And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer,
You'll go down in history.
You'll
go down in history. Ba-ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. All right, well, there you go. Nice round of applause for the Squawking Falcons. Right,
Something tells me tomorrow morning there will be a radio prep sheet out there with William Hung audio and this group of Squawking Falcons.
That's right. There you go.
The worst sung Christmas songs of all time. But nice job,
very
Docs.
nice. That was very, very nice. And that has that been on TV? Does NBC have all those specials this year? It's already been on? It was always CBS.
Claymation? Yeah.
Yeah,
they do play them early.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can get that stuff on demand
Anywhere
now.
now,
I don't
I
even
guess.
know if you have to pay for it.
Coming up, Hovica's free money question of the day. It's worth $300 this morning, says Davey. And we'll give you a chance to win that. Manansky has the latest closings and school delays and news. Coming up next, WIBX.
Firestone Winter Force tires are designed to deliver impressive handling on snow, ice, and in wet weather conditions. Whether you have a coupe, sedan, wagon, or minivan, Winter Force tires let you drive with confidence, and you still get the comfortable driving experience you've come to expect from Firestone. Winter, you've met your match. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Available at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, or online at tallmanstire.com.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations. Just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York.
And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA. Plus, get an upgrade to triple pane windows for free. Minimum 3-window purchase. Most homeowners qualify for the savings.
And income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify.
Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 and get the triple pane upgrade free.
Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
Looking for a new set of wheels? Or maybe you're excited to hit the trails with a new sled. Let AmeriQ Credit Union connect you with the financing and enjoy the holiday season. Payment free for 90 days. Apply today at ameriq.org/nopay. Application subject to credit approval. To be eligible for no payments for 90 days, automatic payments from an AmeriQ account are required. Interest begins accruing on the date loan is opened and will be amortized over the monthly payments.
We have cloudy skies, 21 degrees. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manansky, WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 7:38. This news update brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. We do have some updates to the list of school closings and delays. The following schools are closed: Little Falls, Madison, Oneida, Bosse's, Mohawk Valley Christian Academy, Morrisville, Eaton. Oneida schools are closed with remote learning today. Rome City schools are closed. Waterville, Westmoreland, both closed today as well. And the following on a 2-hour delay: Adirondack, Brookfield, Clinton, Frankfort, Schuyler, Hamilton, Herkimer, and Holland Patton. Madison, a 2-hour delay also in New Hartford, New York Mills, Notre Dame, Oppenheim, Euphrates, St. Johnsville, Oriskany, Owen D. Young, Poland, Remsen, and Richfield Springs, Sequoia Valley, Stockbridge, Utica, all on 2-hour delays this morning. And so is Waterville, Westmoreland, and Whitesboro. That complete list at WIBX950.com. Attorney General Pam Bondi says the oil tanker seized by the U.S. off the coast of Venezuela was used to transport sanctioned oil to Iran. In a post on X Wednesday, Bondi said the ship had been sanctioned for years over its alleged involvement in an oil shipping network supporting terror groups. Evacuations underway near Seattle as intense rain causes extreme flooding in Washington state. Evacuation orders are currently in place for residents living north of Seattle and south of Tacoma. Some rivers were expected to hit record levels by 4 o'clock this morning Pacific time. Bill, here is one of those stories. Foreign tourists may soon have to submit the last 5 years of their social media posts in order to visit the United States.
I did not necessarily figure out. I didn't understand this story. So you could, if so, every year we travel, and maybe we go to London or we go to wherever, Paris. So if I were to go to those countries, and the same thing, you'd have to submit all this stuff, security stuff. Is this for tourists, or is it for people that are coming on a visa?
It says, let me see here. Let me go further
If you're
down.
coming
It
on a
says
visa-
foreign tourists may soon have to submit the last 5 years of their social media posts.
I find that to be
To visit the
absolutely impossible to do.
I agree.
I don't know how you could do that.
Customs and Border Protection says it plans to add social media as a mandatory data element for its travel authorization application under the new rule.
Okay, that would be different than coming in as a tourist with a passport.
Yeah, it seems
so
that
that
it
would mean you're coming for maybe you're coming for school, maybe you're coming on a work visa or something like that. I got to dig into that deeper because I didn't understand it last night when it was on the national news.
Under the new rule, visitors would be asked to provide social media accounts used in the last 5 years. And here's an update to a story.
Donna said, "Bill, you're not foreign." No, I know that, but I am if I go to London or France.
England. Yeah,
right. That's my point. Yeah.
I don't have an accent.
Although to get back into the country, you do need a passport.
I also don't have an accent unless I'm anywhere but East Utica.
Yes, that's right.
All right, and then one more for you. This is an update to a story we talked about a few times before. We know how much money that an elderly widow will be getting to move out of the clay home that she's had for decades. A vote is scheduled today to approve a deal with Onondaga County and 91-year-old Azalea King. It'll give her $450,000 to leave the Caudnoy Road home that she's lived in for decades and an additional $2.5 million for the property she owns. The county wants King out of the home so that Micron Technology can move forward with its plans to build several facilities.
We've been covering this story. There's this one lone house that they can't. She is like, I am not moving.
Well, and they told her like 30 years ago she signed some contract.
This is the problem. This is not just your typical eminent domain issue. 30 years ago, she signed a deal with the county that said she could live there until she passes away. And now they want to renege on that deal. And they're going to, but they're going to pay her $3 million to do it.
Yeah, $450 for the home and $2.5 million for the rest of the property. Ground is expected to be broken for the Micron Technology plants in the next few months.
Well, I got to tell you, I think that that she deserves that.
Yes, sounds like she was
I'm with her.
overpaid, and that's good. We are under a lake effect snow warning until 7 tomorrow morning. Several inches of snow expected to fall between then and now. Here's a look at your forecast from Ray Stajic at the Weather Channel.
Changeable, best way I can describe it, and we did get some of our double-digit totals. Boonville, last check was a foot, probably more than that now. Still snowing and more snow showers and a lake effect snow warning. Now covering up all of Oneida County, Madison, and West and North, and even on into Herkimer and Hamilton County. So the lake snow going now. Every year accumulations will continue to be north, but we could pick up another couple of inches today with a gusty wind. Still pretty tough out there traveling. Highs will only be in the low 20s. More snow showers tonight, more snow showers tomorrow. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Cloudy and 21 at 7:43.
I'm going to get into a little bit of what this would mean, these changes to visas and the addition of social media. We're going to do that coming up in a second. Also, we'll speak with head coach Gary Heenan. Utica University men's hockey had a big win. Teddy Bear toss Saturday night with New York Sash, and they knocked off the number 4 team in the country. And this team is ranked 14th, but a big win. We'll get into it. Hobica's free money question of the day this morning is worth $300, says Davey. And you're looking for caller number what?
7.
7th caller right now, 315-736-0186 right now at WIBX.
In life, we're often faced with difficult decisions. When it comes to caring for our loved one, the choice can be overwhelming. But amidst the uncertainties, there's one decision that stands out as an act of profound love and gratitude: choosing hospice care. Hospice care isn't just about medical support. It's about honoring the journey of those who've given their all to their families. It's about providing comfort, dignity, and peace in their final days, surrounded by loved ones. Choosing hospice is a way to give back to someone who has selflessly given their life to others. At Hospice and Palliative Care, we understand the weight of this choice. Our compassionate team is here to guide you through every step of the journey, providing personalized care that respects the individuality and dignity of your loved one. When it's time to say goodbye, choose hospice care. Choose love. Choose Hospice and Palliative Care, serving Oneida, Herkimer, and Eastern Madison counties. Visit our website, hospicecareinc.org, or call 315-735-6484.
When you need us most.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Stewart Shop is excited to kick off our 40th annual Holiday Match campaign. Since 1986, Holiday Match has raised more than $39 million to support local children's charities. This program runs from Thanksgiving through Christmas. And don't forget, Stewart Shops matches every donation we receive. So stop by your local Stewart's, toss your change in the bucket next to the register. Let's have another amazing Holiday Match season.
Embarrassed by ugly yellow toe fungus?
Living with toe fungus it's embarrassing. I was afraid to take my socks off. I hid my yellow and crumbly toes from everybody.
Introducing Crystal Flush. Crystal Flush is the only FDA-registered 2-in-1 home treatment that attacks your toe fungus from both the inside and out. Crystal Flush's new and different combination system knocks out toe fungus for good. Guaranteed.
Crystal Flush is different. After just a few weeks, my fungus was gone. I mean, 100% disappeared. Crystal Flush was the only thing that ever worked. So if you're skeptical because you tried a bunch of other stuff, Crystal Flush is different. This is a game changer.
Crystal Flush is now available without a prescription, but it is not available in stores. Get your risk-free supply today. Go to crystalflush.com. That's CRYSTAL flush.com. Stop being embarrassed by ugly yellow toenails. Go to crystalflush.com or call 800-204-4484.
Keeler in the Morning invites you to connect with us through telephonic communication at 315-736-0186. Or use the Call Us button on the WIBX 950 app. For additional contact methodologies, please refer to WIBX950.com.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Here she comes now, say Mone, Mone. Hey, hey, hey. You know, when I was a disc jockey, I did wedding DJ, and also we did high school dances. There were a certain couple of songs that we couldn't play, and one of them was Mone, Mone.
How come?
Because the kids would chant, hey, now, let's get.
Oh, that's right. That's correct.
Blinked.
I knew there was a reason.
Blinked. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there was that one, and then I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you kill me? Isn't that?
I don't think that's what they said.
Why don't you shoot me? Yeah, I think that's
Is
what it
that?
was. That was another one I couldn't play. And then
was that the slow dance?
When they said, please don't play that song, I'm like, I wouldn't play that anyway. I don't even know why I would. These are the songs you cannot play. And we've got a list of books in the back, too, that we cannot read. Okay. So, are you ready to give away, can we do it? Give away $300 from the Hobeika Law Firm, Joseph and Andrew Hobeika. They do the free money question of the day every day, and we really work hard to get a fair question in there that somebody can knock out of the park and walk away a winner. And by the way, you'll be a winner, maybe you will be, if you retain the services of the Hobeika Law Firm. They're there to help. If you need legal help, 315-724-1600.
If I can help, I will.
Okay,
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
I
ask you
can.
will help also. Brian is in Rome, and he's ready to take a shot at Hobica's free money question of the day. Hello, Brian. Good morning.
What's up, Billy?
Are you ready for this, Brian? This is $300 on the line.
Wow. I was listening, but I don't know. You got to give me a good hint, and I'll take a shot at it.
This is not something, well, I guess we just talked about it, but I did not give away the answer. So you, I think, can pull this off right off the top of your head, Brian. Are you ready?
All right.
Here we
let's
go. This is for $300 from the Hobica Law Firm. It's called, the contest is called You Fill In the Lyrics.
Okay.
Right? And here it is. Break me, shake me, Moni Moni, blank, get it done, come on, Moni Moni. You fill in the blank. What is the word in the lyrics? Ready, go.
Take me.
Okay, is it break me, shake me, Moni Moni, take me, get it done, come on, Moni Moni.
Break me.
I might just do that. There you go. It's shotgun. Shotgun.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Leave it to Andrew to keep my money in his pocket, right? There you go.
Joseph and Andrew kept their money, and you get the all-in-one food and fun card. It's a $25 gift card. I'm going to give you to Davey, and Brian, he's going to hook you up, okay?
Great.
All right.
Plowing snow in Rome.
That's we're saying it every day now. I'm getting just a little sick of it. All right, stand by, Brian. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Billy. Be good.
You do the same. Brian's fun to play with. All right, here we go with head coach Gary Heenan on the line right now. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
You knew it. You were yelling shotgun, right? Driving down the road.
I was singing along with it. Absolutely. My era.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yep. You know the little thing they over at Hamilton College when they bring in the DJ, they'd sing, they'd sing and be a little.
Gary will say it. Don't tempt
you're
him.
Right. That's a good
He'll say
point.
it.
All right, listen. You had a night, Saturday night. I feel like you just at some point that team needed to just understand we can sink, we can win, we can play with the big boys, and boy did you on Saturday night at the New York Sash Teddy Bear Toss.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously been a frustrated group and not scoring, and yeah, you're absolutely right. We've looked like we've been out of sync. And it looked a little bleak going into the third period. We had an ugly shorthanded goal against and, challenged the boys and our captain specifically. And he went out and got the shorthanded goal back, and we had a beautiful goal to our other captain, Preston Brighton, defenseman, to get the game winner, and then a great effort by Della Rivera on the empty netters. So
yeah.
It was a huge win on obviously a special night every year, and we needed it. We needed a smile. We've been a grumpy group.
Well, speak for yourself, they'll say to you. Speak for yourself. It is, listen, when you're not winning, you're especially coming off a year, the several years that you've had of success, but coming off last year. But I do believe it's just sometimes you got to figure out for yourself that you can click, because I have to say a couple of those goals were they were down in my end, and I could see them clearly. They were beautiful, perfectly played, and plays that were perfectly set up. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, these guys care. I think that's one thing we always evaluate. Do they care? I think they care. We're trying to figure it out. 13 new guys. I think we will. The talent's certainly there. We proved it against a very good Oswego team. So traditionally, we've gone on a nice run after Christmas, and that's certainly our goal going in after the break here.
All right, so what now you're going into the break. You guys will be playing again. Not until after the first of the year, right?
Well, we actually play the U.S. national team up in Detroit December 30th. So the guys are back the 26th. We'll practice a couple of days and head up there, and then back at the Odd. I think it's at January 3rd, 4th weekend. So we got a cool little contest with those guys and play against some future NHLers and see how we look against those guys.
Yeah, that's really, and then that's just great experience, right, for your team.
It's really cool. I mean, to watch these guys, and they really are the superstars in the NHL, not just NHL players. And to be able to say that we played against them and beat them on occasion, it's a pretty cool experience.
All right, you want to?
I was just going to say, 6-5 in the standings, but 4-0 in conference play, and obviously after the first of the year, you got Newman and Canton, and then it's all conference games from there. So you're getting the wins in the conference, which is key, and then of course the win on Saturday over a nationally ranked number 4 team in the country. So I guess they're 6th now. But anyway, good job, Gary. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I mean, don't give up on us yet, fellas. There's a lot of hockey to be played, and I know everybody wants to see us in this Frozen Four we're hosting this year. That remains our goal. So don't give up on us yet.
Yeah. Let's not forget the Frozen Four will be in Utica, planned, so we won't have to squeeze it into the Nexus Center. So, but Utica's got to be in this thing. So, all right, Gary, good stuff. We'll see you soon, and happy holidays and all that.
Good stuff. Merry Christmas, guys.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Gary Heenan, head coach, the Utica University Pioneers. Tim.
I was thinking about the David Soul song, "Don't Give Up on Us, Baby."
Don't give up on us, baby.
Yeah.
He was an amazing singer.
His one song was the best of album of David Soul.
What was it?
He was an actor, right?
He was an
David
actor,
Soul, yes.
David Soul. But they could all, a lot of people can sing. We know with karaoke. Everybody can sing.
Yep.
Just ask them. And there was something about the 80s where actors wanted to sing. You had Richard Marx, who actually was more of a singer than he was an actor.
Right.
But you had David Soul. You had Eddie Murphy, who did a song.
Oh, yeah.
Who else? There were Bruce Willis had an album out. Boy, I got to tell you,
they were Renaissance people.
I feel terrible about just seeing the pictures of Bruce Willis right now.
Yeah, bad.
It's really, really. Is that dementia,
Yes.
Alzheimer's?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, like a frontal lobe something.
It's bad.
I believe he has. He said, Smitty said Hasselhoff also.
Oh,
David Hasselhoff. Well, David Hasselhoff. It depends on which country you're in. If you're in France, Hasselhoff was maybe one of the greatest singers of all time. He'd sell out arenas over there.
France enjoyed him, and Jerry Lewis also was another one that the French absolutely loved.
Yeah, crazy. All right, I wanted to get into this story about how we are definitely in a mode where we don't like other people. Anyone different from us, we are now as a country, we're going to disparage them, and it's going to be A-okay. Somalians especially, those dirty Somalians. I say that sarcastically. I do think it's inappropriate for the president to speak that way because at his rallies, it's really bad. But, so the word is that in order to protect America from the horrors of the rest of the world and those who want to harm us, we will now be including social media for... That means your social media handle, your email address, phone numbers, all of that is going to be mandatory for visa and even visa waiver applicants, which will extend to all travelers for security, meaning travelers should clean up profiles, be careful with posts, and ensure accuracy to avoid visa delays or denials. Now, I've never been a foreigner that visited the United States. Like, if you're spending 2 weeks in New York City, you just come in on a passport, don't you? You don't have to have a visa for that. But if you want to come and spend 6 months here,
right?
You want to go to a college here or something like that. Good luck with that today. You will need a visa. Does this make all sense?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So that would mean this is not for your vacation traveler, but this would be more for anybody who plans on staying here. Because what ends up happening a lot of times, people come in on a 6-month visa or whatever, and they don't leave.
Yep. And
that's where the illegals all come into play. Davey, I just missed my mark, so you can fix that. So what is changing is mandatory disclosure. You have to give them this information. It affects visa holders and those in visa waiver countries like the UK, Australia, and Japan for short visas as part of the electronic system for travel or authorization. But I do not believe this is for just somebody who is visiting on a passport.
Right.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
You?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Although
you don't trust what I'm saying, do you?
Listen, Mrs. Reed didn't raise no fools.
All right, I got a break. We'll hit this on the other side, but we're gonna have to get an expert in to tell us what it all means. Coming up here. Hold on.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
Republicans are pushing a new plan for Obamacare. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I'm going to be at the White House later this afternoon talking with the president. The president's focused on affordability.
Republican Senator John Barrasso also tells Fox ahead of a vote today.
Senators are working together to talk about ways to actually lower the cost of care.
The GOP plan would not extend the Obamacare tax credits that will expire at the end of the year, making coverage cost more for millions of Americans. Instead,
it redirects money into health savings accounts, up to $1,500 in health savings accounts, depending on your age. Claims will be cut premiums by 11% and requires citizenship checks for Medicaid. It blocks funds for abortions and so-called gender-affirming care. Democrats, led by Chuck Schumer, want to extend those tax credits for 3 years and are not going along with the GOP plan.
As Fox's Lucas Tomlinson, the House has also sent to the Senate a massive defense spending bill worth $900 billion, approved with bipartisan support, 312 yay votes. Venezuela is angry over the U.S. seizing an oil tanker off the coast, calling it theft and piracy.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says a search warrant was executed for the ship and that it was used to transport sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran. Bondi says for multiple years, this tanker has been sanctioned by the U.S. due to its involvement in an illicit oil shipping network supporting foreign terrorist organizations.
As Fox's Christina Coleman, it follows the controversial U.S. military strikes blowing up boats suspected of trafficking illegal drugs. A Venezuelan opposition activist who got the Nobel Peace Prize has come out of hiding.
I am very hopeful Venezuela will be free, and we will turn a country into a beacon of hope and opportunity of democracy.
That's Maria Corina Machado's first public appearance in 11 months from Oslo, Norway, where she was cheered the day after Machado's daughter accepted the Peace Prize on her mom's behalf. The morning after Michigan fired head football coach Sharon Moore. He's in jail under investigation for assault. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
We're going to get an update to the economy this hour. First-time unemployment claims for last week. The prior week came in at a 3-year low after we didn't get much info about the job market during the government shutdown, something Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell referenced announcing another interest rate cut.
Although important federal government data for the past couple of months have yet to be released, available public and private sector data suggests that the outlook for employment and inflation has not changed as much since our meeting in October.
And once again, Powell got criticized at the White House.
The quarter-point cut of the Federal Reserve's key interest rate should have been at least doubled, President Trump says.
I think the rates for the United States are always the lowest in the world, because without us, there is no world. Without this economy, there's no world.
The president has been harshly critical of Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, calling him a stiff and too late. Powell's term ends next year. President Trump says he is meeting with finalists to replace the outgoing chairman, including former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh. Jared Halpern, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed. They're down for the NASDAQ, but up for the Dow the morning after. The Dow surged up nearly 500 points. In the NBA, the defending champions are on a roll in Oklahoma City, on pace to make history with the best record ever.
The Oklahoma City Thunder have joined elite company. The Thunder destroyed the Suns 138-89 Wednesday night, improving to 24-1 to match the best 25-game start to an NBA season. OKC's start ties the 2015-2016 Golden State Warriors, who won their first 24 games before losing. The defending champion Thunder, who have now won 16 straight, have looked unbeatable to start the year, with their only loss coming to the Trailblazers in early November. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
Tonight in the NFL, Week 15 kicks off. Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Mostly cloudy skies, windy out there, 19 degrees. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 8:05. This news update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Currently under a lake effect snow warning. That will continue until 7 tomorrow morning. Could see several inches of snow. We'll take a closer look at that forecast coming up in just a minute. We'll begin here with school closings and delays. And we have several on the list here. We begin with today's closures. Dolgeville is closed, as is Camden and Central Valley. Herkimer Bosse's closed today. Little Falls, Madison Oneida Bosse's, and Mohawk Valley Christian Academy closed. Morrisville Eaton is closed. Oneida closed with remote learning. Rome City schools are closed. So are Stockbridge Valley, VVS, Waterville, and West Canada Valley. And the following schools on a 2-hour delay this morning: Herkimer, Holland Patton, Adirondack, Brookfield, Clinton, Frankfurt Schuyler, Hamilton, New Hartford, New York Mills, Notre Dame, Oppenheim, Ephrata St. Johnsville, Oriskany, Owen D. Young, Poland, Remsen, Richfield Springs, all on a 2-hour delay. Same for Sequoia Valley, Utica City Schools, Westmoreland, and Whitesboro. That complete list on our website, WIBX950.com. Sadly, a second person has died after that large blaze tore through an apartment complex in Rome on Tuesday morning. It happened at Countryside Apartments on Rome Oriskany Road. One of the victims was pronounced dead at the scene. A woman who was found severely burned outside of a building there was brought to Upstate Medical Center in Syracuse, where she has since passed from her injuries. The American Red Cross still helping those displaced by the fire. Oneida County officials issuing a warning about the growing problem of benefits being skimmed from SNAP recipients. Officials say you should avoid using any third-party apps to manage or check on your benefits. And they also suggest using the lock card feature to prevent unauthorized access to your account. Keeping your PIN number confidential is key as well. Anyone with questions or concerns can reach out to the Oneida County Department of Family and Community Services. A Utica man who was found asleep behind the wheel faces several charges, including DWI and criminal possession of a weapon. That's according to Utica police officers, who say they encountered 30-year-old Michael Stubbs behind the wheel asleep. He later admitted that he was intoxicated after being found asleep at the wheel at the intersection of Park Ave and Hopper Street. As police were checking his license status, they say he drove off from the scene. He was later stopped again on Rutger Street. Officers also say a search of his vehicle uncovered a handgun in his center console. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time 8:08. Your Weather Center forecast brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net.
Changeable, best way I can describe it, and we did get some of our double-digit totals. Boonville, last check was a foot, probably more than that now. Still snowing, and more snow showers and a lake effect snow warning now covering up all of Oneida County, Madison, and West and North, and even on into Herkimer and Hamilton County. So the lake snow going now. Heavier accumulations will continue to be north, but we could pick up another couple of inches today with a gusty wind. Still pretty tough out there traveling. Highs will only be in the low 20s. More snow showers tonight, more snow showers tomorrow. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
We have cloudy skies. It's quite windy out there. 19 degrees at 8:09. From the IBEW 43 local sports desk, the Comets have now won 3 of their last 4 games. They skated to a 3-2 victory last night over Syracuse, their first win against the Crunch of this season. The Comets have also recorded a point in each of their last 4 games. They're home at the Adirondack Bank Center Friday night and Saturday night. The opponent is Hartford on Friday and Springfield on Saturday. Week 15 of the NFL season kicks off tonight with an NFC South clash. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers host the Falcons on Thursday Night Football. Our coverage of the game begins at 7 o'clock. The Bucs come in having lost 4 of their last 5. They're now tied with Carolina atop the division at 7-6. The Colts, they might give Phillip Rivers the ball on Sunday. Head coach.
I am excited about this, and we'll find a way to watch that game.
Head coach Shane Steichen.
Unless it's at 1 o'clock.
Would not commit to a starter, but did leave the door open for Rivers to play on Sunday. Steichen was asked about his new 44-year-old quarterback. He said they'll wait until the end of the week to make a decision. Backup quarterback Riley Leonard is dealing with a knee injury. He'll be a factor in that decision as well. They've got to see if he can go. Indianapolis plays in Seattle on Sunday.
There are three very interesting stories this year in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, who's the oldest player in the NFL, the fact that he's actually having a pretty...
Well, he's not anymore.
I know.
Now Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. But the fact that he's had a pretty decent year is interesting. The kicker for the Buffalo Bills was actually helping out and coaching actually he was practicing to stay in shape kicking at a local high school field. And you know what, Davey, I don't know how you feel about this, but as a Bills fan, Bass should really stay where he is and get better. And let's not come in until next year, because I like this guy.
You're talking about Matt Prater.
I like him.
A Super Bowl kicker. He was kicking for the Denver Broncos when the Broncos won their Super Bowl.
Well, he's doing really well. And then you add this story of a grandfather coming in and playing. It's a pretty good story.
Well, Phillip Rivers is familiar with the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts because he was the offensive coordinator for a couple years when he was with the Chargers.
Yeah. Okay.
He is a tough-nosed, scrappy kind of a guy.
Phillip Rivers. Here's a little trivia question. How many children does Phillip Rivers have?
He has 9 or 11, I think.
10.
He is right in the middle.
10 kids. 10 kids.
Wow.
So he produces.
Yeah, he's a producer.
Colts are hoping he produces on Sunday.
Exactly.
I think so. Anything else? Syracuse tonight?
Syracuse tonight. They're on the
at 9
ACC
p.m.
Network against St. John's.
No,
St.
Joe's.
St. Joe's.
See how angry Davey gets when you make a mistake.
This is why typically during the sports report I go, and Smitty, what's Syracuse doing tonight?
When you yell at Jeff like that, you got to follow it up with the word stupid, because I think that would just be.
I would never call.
Icing on the cake.
Come on, be presidential. Throw an R word in there.
I would never call Jeff stupid because he's been good to me when he's been here.
Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
He'll yell at you, but he won't call you stupid. He'll make it seem like he thinks you're stupid, but he won't say it.
Jeff, what are you, a genius? Baltimore Orioles took Pete Alonso as the break up the Mets so we don't have another historic collapse.
Let me ask you guys something.
Okay.
You two something. Either one can answer this. Do you think the Mets are going to make a splash now with another big-time free agent to replace the bat of Pete Alonso and the bullpen with Edwin Diaz, or do you rely on Devin Williams to be your closer?
Personally, their focus must be, I think, on obviously you want to get some good offense in there, and they're going to have to pick up somebody or work from within. I think they're planning to work from within the organization. They got a lot of really good young players who came up this year and were playing, but you gotta fix the bullpen.
Absolutely,
that is the most important thing. You got to fix the bullpen, and they need a closer.
So if they don't make a move and go after a first baseman, which they're rumored to go after Paul Goldschmidt that play for the Yankees, will they move Jeff McNeil over to first base for the next season?
I guess it's possible. Look, if they don't get Goldschmidt, there's some other options. Rhys Hoskins, who's actually a Mets killer. Former Met Dominic Smith is out there. Rowdy Talese, who was with the Brewers for a while. I'm seeing a couple other names too, like Nathaniel Lowe, and there's one more. Oh, Ty France is a bit of a slugger. I don't know who they're going to get. I think they need more than Jeff McNeil. They need McNeil. Puts up good power numbers for a second baseman, but not good numbers for a first baseman.
He's also very streaky. He has a great streak, and then he struggles. I don't know what this year will bring, but just
he should fit right in with the Mets.
It should fit in. Yeah.
And you're right. There was also some talk about the Mets having interest in Cody Bellinger, who was with the Yankees last year, and Kyle Tucker, the former Astro. I haven't heard any update there. I hope one of those guys is in the mix.
Can I change the topic? Jake is on here right now, and Jake has left a statement saying all-season tires, for Christ's sake. Apparently, we've been saying all season and all weather.
All weather.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which is it?
So
all season.
There's all season. Yeah, all season is an option.
Okay.
And then what are we saying? All weather? He's saying they're two different things?
No, he is saying it's
Improper
all
use of
season.
words. It shouldn't be all
It's
weather.
all season tires, for God's sakes, is what he's saying.
But that's different than snow tires, though.
Snow tires. Okay, are you ready for this? There may be more than, there's four. There are four.
Tires.
4 tires. There are 4 tires, and the wheels go round and round. Unless you're on a motorcycle, and then there's only 2, or maybe 3. You never know. And then there's the 4-wheelers. Listen, there's studded snow tires.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There are snow tires. There are all-season tires, and there are all-weather tires. All 4 are different. They're all 4. So
yeah, but he's saying you shouldn't call it all weather.
He's saying no.
All
He's
season.
saying you shouldn't call it. But what I'm saying is Jake is a little right, but he's also a little wrong. And here's where we are. All season is not what we would have here. All season is for a more mild climate, where all weather is for a climate that is more like ours. So I'll give you this. All-season tires, best for mild climates with rare snow and ice. All weather, best for climates with regular but moderate snow and ice, avoiding tire changes. And winter, for a climate like ours, you should use all weather all year long. And then in the wintertime, winter tires is what the suggestion is for us.
Okay, so you should do all weather or all season?
All weather.
All year round.
All weather is better for our climate.
So regular tires are just good in Arizona then?
All season tires would be good in Arizona. That they don't really get, I don't know. I have no idea what they do in Arizona.
Well, I just mean, because there's regular tires on top of all that stuff, right? There's just regular tires that aren't.
I don't know.
Climate
Maybe there
adjustable.
Maybe there is. Maybe there is. I don't know. So maybe there's 5 different types of tires. I don't know.
I think
I can tell you this.
I think I'm going to put chains on my tires.
I forgot the chains. I'm going to tell you this. All season and all weather are 2 different types of tires.
Oh, you're
Did
calling
not know
out
that.
Jake.
I'm calling on Jake on this. Jake, I'm sorry.
For me, it was 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah.
But I'm wrong.
I will tell you this. My all-weather tires that were on my vehicle were not bad, but I was all over the road when it was really slippery. Now that I have snow tires, I'm passing the plow.
Now you can drive it.
That's right.
Now
That's
you
right.
can drive it at a reasonable
That's right.
speed.
I can be unreasonable once again with my winter tires. But
Very
hey,
good.
listen, on ice, I don't care what you have.
Exactly.
Unless you have studded snow tires on ice, you're screwed any way you look at it.
Yep.
So there you go. Do we learn something every day here? It's incredible. And I'm saying we. I don't know about the listeners. I really don't know if you learn anything at all from this. You probably already knew all of this, and you're like, God, I can't believe they didn't know that.
I
But at least we walk in here, at least I do.
I come out of the
and learn
studio, I learn one thing, but I lose 2.
Yeah, that's a good one. The one thing you do learn is, man, I'm glad I'm not them. Glad I don't live their lives.
Yep.
All right, Herkimer County is where it's happening. With Old Forge, Snowdio is this weekend. Snowdio and the snow. I mean, think of the number of years that they've had to cancel this event in Old Forge. Yeah. Not this year. Snowdio is happening this year. And you can find all the different events that are going on, whether you're cross-country skiing or downhill skiing or snowmobiling, tobogganing. What is the other thing that they like to scale? The
saucers?
The one ski is called snowboarding. Whether you're snowboarding.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
I'm losing my mind. Whatever it is, there's much to do in Herkimer County. Go to their website, herkimercountyny.gov/events, and you'll see it all there. If you have an event that's coming up, you can submit it there at herkimercountyny.gov/events. There's so much to do, whether you're just passing through or you're local. Come to Herkimer County, where history, commerce, and beauty collide. It's happening in Herkimer County.
The hand gesture on going down the hill just reminds me when someone looks at you and says, "Did you get the thing?" What thing? The thing. Did you take? You took the thing? I don't know what thing you're talking about.
Man, you are such an idiot. You can't understand anything I'm saying. Who's the idiot, right? Who's the idiot?
The thing.
Mazda's More to Move You sales event is back. And listen, I got to tell you, whether you're in a CX-70, a CX-90, a CX-5, a CX-50, you could have all-season tires, all-weather tires, or snow tires.
Here we go again.
They all work. Enjoy 1.9% APR financing on the new 2025 Mazdas and 0.9% on new 2025 Mazda CX-5 and CX-50 Turbo models. 2.9% APR financing on new 2025 Mazda CX-30s. See Rick or anybody at the dealership for details. We just booked Rick. He'll be in with his keyboard on the Christmas Eve show. And he does a Billy Joel, Styx, classic rock type medley thing that is just unbelievable. Yeah. Along with some Christmas music, he'll do that. Christmas Eve morning, I believe he'll be in the 11 o'clock hour on Christmas Eve. Part of our Christmas Eve extravaganza, sponsored by It's a Utica Thing Restaurant and Bar and Catering. And you can get their gift cards, $25. You get 5 free. And I'm doing 2 commercials at the same time here. Just ask Ricky Z, who says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda at Steve Ponte Mazda Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Quick break. We'll come back at WIBX.
This station is brought to you by Notre Dame Catholic Schools. Buy your raffle ticket today for a chance at $100,000. Must be 18 and purchase in person. Call 315-724-5118.
Mattress Express's New Year's sale is on. Save up to $1,350 on New York State's largest selection of bedding from upstate New York's largest specialty bedding retailer. Go to mattressexpressny.com or call 1-800-NEW-BED.
Hi everyone, it's Lisa from Fit Body Boot Camp in Whitesboro and Clinton. The holidays can bring joy, but also stress, pressure, and a lot of overwhelm. That's why your 30 minutes with us matter. At Fit Body Boot Camp, you get a moment to breathe, a moment to focus on you, a space where no one judges and everyone supports. Every workout is filled with encouragement, positivity, and people who genuinely want to help you succeed. Come see why our members call this their favorite 30 minutes of their day. Happy holidays from Fit Body Boot Camp.
Firestone Winter Force tires are designed to deliver impressive handling on snow, ice, and in wet weather conditions. Whether you have a coupe, sedan, wagon, or minivan, Winter Force tires let you drive with confidence, and you still get the comfortable driving experience you've come to expect from Firestone. Winter, you've met your match. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Available at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, or online at tallmanstire.com.
Looking to slide into savings with a reliable ride without the brand new price tag? Then it's time to bundle up the deals at Steve Ponte Chevrolet in Herkimer. Check out their Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicles, perfect for winter adventures, from holiday road trips to frosty morning commutes. Each vehicle is backed by a certified warranty and low financing options. Right now, qualified buyers can lock in chilly cool rates as low as 3.9% for 36 months on select Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicles like like Chevrolet Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, and Traverse. You'll drive away warm, confident in a Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicle. Don't wait. These winter savings will melt away soon. Head to Steet Ponte Chevrolet, where it's always easy to do business. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Visit them on State Route 28 in Herkimer or at SteetPonteChevy.com. Customers must qualify for top-tier financing with GM Financial. All taxes and fees due on delivery. Must take delivery by December 31st. Customer must qualify for top-tier credit through GM Financial. See salesperson for details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Stewart Shop is excited to kick off our 40th annual Holiday Match campaign. Since 1986, Holiday Match has raised more than $39 million to support local children's charities. This program runs from Thanksgiving through Christmas. And don't forget, Stewart Shops matches every donation we receive. So stop by your local Stewart's, toss your change in the bucket next to the register. Let's have another amazing Holiday Match season.
He digs, he turns, he dives. It is a touchdown. It is a touchdown.
The NFL is on Westwood One.
Uncorks a deep ball downfield into the end zone. A crowd is there, and it is caught. Touchdown. Miraculous.
The NFL plays here all season long on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I'm wondering if I'm this guy, and I'm not, but I'm wondering if I am. There is the question out there today is, are you year-round shorts guy? Are you year-round shorts guy? And I guess once you get to November, I'm done with shorts. But I do enjoy wearing shorts the minute the weather gets nice.
Yeah.
Like I wear shorts here unless I have to dress up for some reason. I don't consider that dressing up. Although in Bermuda, shorts are formal.
Yeah.
Wear shorts.
That's why they call them Bermuda shorts.
Shorts tomorrow night.
But you got to have the big socks up to your knees.
Yeah.
And,
I saw someone in shorts yesterday when I was walking in the store.
I did
and that's
too.
like,
yeah.
Have you got like a skin issue or something? I mean, how could you wear shorts?
I do wear shorts in the house.
That's fine.
But now that my wife is bothered by the high utility bills, she keeps it cold, so I'm not wearing shorts. Although I will tell you, when she's not home, I'll crank that heat up a little bit. And
she'll find out.
Immediately, I set my alarm for like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, knowing she's on her way back. Put it right back down.
It's a little warm in here, Bill. Wow, the sun's beating in. Get that
really,
greenhouse effect.
I'm like,
even when it's snowing out.
It's like 72 in here right now, and the heat's on 65. I got to tell you, we got to be saving some money right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, the are you year-round shorts guy? A picture of a random man in Chicago has sparked a huge debate about shorts and the genre of white men who wear gym shorts and a T-shirt no matter what the weather is like. I do wonder, there are those people that are, it could be freezing outside, cocaine, and they're still out there with a T-shirt and shorts on. How do they do it?
The guy next to me when I was at FedEx, Dan, would wear, and I think even weather today, he's going to be wearing shorts.
Oh,
He'll
my
have
God.
boots on and shorts.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Today is December 11th. It's the most popular day of the year to do what with your partner? I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to tell you. Unless you want to guess.
Shovel the driveway.
Break up.
Good.
According to a study done on Facebook.
2 weeks before Christmas?
Apparently, this is the biggest day of the year to break up with your partner.
2 weeks before Christmas.
I find that is really a problem. It's based on data from Facebook on when people change their relationship status. And they say December 11th is the day that there are more changes in a person's status, meaning the breakup happens on this date more often than not.
Well, it's one less gift to buy. I mean,
That
think
is true.
about
You're
it.
saving.
You save some money.
And is it the type of thing where you're already cheating on the person, and you're like, I really want to spend Christmas with Bob, but I'm tied to Joe over here, so time to cut him loose.
All I want for Christmas is anyone but you.
That's right. Is there already a song? Because there should be.
That could be a country song.
The latest viral TikTok food hack is vanilla ice cream doused in red wine. That is, you take a bowl of ice cream and then pour red wine over it. And here is a winemaker who came up with this idea, and probably to sell more wine, explaining how this works and why it's so good.
I got my Cabernet Sauvignon here, and I had some vanilla ice cream in my freezer, so we're doing this. This looks gross. Ugh. Okay, let's see. All right, Cabernet. We got my vanilla ice cream. Okay. It's gross. It's absolutely disgusting. I would not recommend.
All right, so apparently it's not good.
Oh.
Okay, I'll tell you what is good, though. Just up, Route 12 there. You get Mercer's
wine ice cream is really good.
It's infused in the ice cream.
Yep, it's good. You're absolutely right.
So there you go. You don't have to experiment at home.
Last night, NBC Nightly News, they had a story on about a Waymo's in San Francisco. So that is the self-driving Uber,
I've
if you
seen
will.
those.
Like a cab.
Okay.
And apparently there are a couple million rides a year that are done driverless. And in this case, the woman needed to get to the hospital because she was going into labor. And while the Waymo's was driving her to the hospital, she had the baby in the back seat.
Ooh.
Yeah. That had to be messy.
Buddy of mine lives in Austin, and he says, you go downtown on a Friday night.
Yep.
You'll see you don't.
They're all over.
You don't see cabs or Ubers with people inside. They're all unmanned, if you will, or unpersoned.
I see a lot of those in Utica, but it's usually an Italian guy that's got the seat all the way back and he's got his arm up there. It's like, is there anybody in that car driving? And there he is, over in East Utica. I see it all the time. Maybe it's just one guy that I see. Anyway, two self-driving Waymos in San Francisco crashed into each other, trapping a third Waymo and blocking an entire street.
This is what concerns me. These aren't infallible, and I know people aren't either, but I think oftentimes people assume robot computer, it's perfect, it won't make a mistake. They still have some kinks to work out here.
There's no doubt, and I think that when you get into one of these, you are a part of the experiment.
Right.
I mean, it's all still being tested, and even they have said we're still because what they're finding is these Waymos, they pass school buses with stop signs out, and they have a little bit of a problem at railroad tracks.
Yeah.
And that could be bigger than a little bit of a problem.
And what you just described was two, what do you call them, Waymos?
This is two Waymos, self-driving Waymos in San Francisco crashed into each other, trapping a third. There were that many on the street, blocking an entire street. Here's one of the bystanders describing what happened.
So the Waymos are causing a traffic jam.
I just pulled out of the garage and I saw this going on. It's like this Waymo standoff.
Oh, because they hit each other. This is so funny.
Yeah, I'm glad I played that clip, but I can't get that 8 seconds back.
Yeah, I know. Look, it's if it was I'll say a manned vehicle and a Waymo, you could say, well, maybe the person made a mistake or they did something irregular that the computer wasn't anticipating. But these are two unmanned vehicles.
Correct.
Why did they get in an accident?
There's a flaw in the software. Something's going on, and where I will tell you, I do not believe these will work as we stand right now in northern states.
Right.
I don't know how. You notice where out they're doing it is places like Houston and warm climates.
I don't know about, or plow trucks on the road.
The minute the snow hits, all of my sensors, the alert comes up and everything shuts down because your car is is covered in snow and ice.
Yep.
And it can't work. That will be a real problem. I don't know how they fix that problem.
Right. Jeff, to your point in regards to that, the Waymo, I was in Austin, and that's all. But, the roads are in good shape.
Yes.
It's flat.
Perfect climate.
I mean, it's perfect climate.
Yeah.
For these.
We are just not there.
Here, it's
I don't know how.
We have imperfect weather with imperfect people.
I'm sure there will be a solution, but right now we don't have the technology. Listen, a couple things. You know how brutal Central New York winters can be. The drafts sneaking in, heat leaking out, the furnace working overtime. New York Sash is ready to help with buy 2 New York Sash windows, get 1 free. The sale is their biggest of the year, and it's on right now. Buy 4, get 2 free. Buy 5, get 2.5 free. I don't think it works that way, but you understand. Buy 10, get 5 free. The limit, there is none on the savings. It's New York Sash, and their installers are incredible. Let their family help your family. Stop dealing with the cold. Deal with the experts. Visit New York Sash at 349 Ariskady Boulevard in Whitesboro, or go online at newyorksash.com to schedule your free, no-pressure quote. New York Sash, as we said, let their family take care of your family. Manaski with news next on WIBX.
BME Company Business Machines and Equipment has been delivering office solutions for businesses in upstate New York for over 30 years. Their success comes from finding the right document management strategies and software solutions for streamlining workflows. Simply put, BME provides fast, reliable service at the best value to keep your business running smoothly. Through BME's strategic partnership with Hummel's Office Plus, they distribute supplies for just about every machine in your office at a great price. BME welcomes the opportunity to serve your business, selling, leasing, and service in Canon and Kyocera devices, as well as FP mailing solutions. An important part of BME's culture is supporting the communities they're fortunate to work in, and BME recognizes that support is one reason for their success. The future of business in BME's area is encouraging, and the company is grateful to be a part of that growth. Call BME Company at 315-574-8200 or visit BMEcompany.com. BME Company Office Solutions. Made simple.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. Mm-hmm. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Welcome to the Potting Shed Antiques, the local business with the perfect gift for everyone on your list. Antiques make thoughtful gifts. Don Hartman invites you to shop local and save with 50% off the entire store, except for coins and gold jewelry. Gold jewelry is now 20% off. Stop in every Thursday through Saturday, starting Black Friday through Christmas Eve. Make holiday memories with Don and his staff at the Potting Shed Antiques, Oriskany Boulevard, Whitesboro, or online at thepottingshedantiques.com.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
The 2026 Seize the Deal golf cart is back, and it's about to make you the coolest gift giver this holiday season. For only $75, you get 15 rounds of golf at some of the area's top courses. 15 rounds, $75. Play favorite courses like Twin Ponds Golf and Country Club, Shamrock Golf and Country Club, and Sleepy Hollow Golf and Country Club, plus plenty more. But heads up, when they're gone, they're gone. So get your 2026 Seize the Deal golf cart now at seizethedeal.com or log into this station's website.
Cloudy skies and windy out there, 19 degrees. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 8:38. The Senate will vote today on 2 proposals designed to help Americans pay for health care. The Affordable Care Act subsidies are set to expire at the end of this year. A proposal from the GOP would replace the subsidies with direct payments to individuals. A Democratic proposal would extend those subsidies for 3 more years. The Trump administration says it's creating a militarized zone at the U.S.-Mexico border in California. The Interior Department says about 760 acres of public land are being transferred to the Navy to support, quote, ongoing border security operations, end quote, in a new zone that will stretch from the Arizona border to the mountains near San Diego. A measles outbreak is spreading in South Carolina. The state health department is reporting 27 new cases of the virus since last Friday. About 111 cases have been reported in the northwest part of that state, which includes Spartanburg, where the vaccination rate for students is below 95%. Doctors say 95% is required to protect against such outbreaks. And the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk will appear in court today in person. Tyler Robinson has been charged with fatally shooting Kirk on September 10th during an outdoor rally in Utah. Today's appearance in a Utah courtroom will be Robinson's first in-court appearance since his arrest. Thursday Night Football tonight on WIBX. Division rivals in the NFC South, the Falcons visit the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Right now, cloudy and 19 at 8:40.
Changeable, best way I can describe it, and we did get some of our double-digit totals. Boonville, last check was a foot, probably more than that now. Still snowing, and more snow showers and a lake effect snow warning. Now covering up all of Oneida County, Madison, and west and north, and even on into Herkimer and Hamilton County. So the lake snow going now. Heavier accumulations will continue to be north, but we could pick up another couple of inches today with a gusty wind. Still pretty tough out there traveling. Highs will only be in the low 20s. More snow showers tonight, more snow showers tomorrow. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Cloudy, windy, 19 degrees at 8:41.
Are you able to tell of any of the schools that were delayed and are now closed?
So,
because there are a few of those. New Hartford is one of them.
Specifically mentioned that one to me on my list here. I think we're still in the process of updating it.
Okay. Obviously today, for the most part, everybody gets an alert on their phones, right, today? I believe, anyway.
Yeah, my son's school, I got a call at, I think it was 10:05 this morning. The first call came through.
All right, this is pure baseball insanity. The greatest game ever pitched. Two Hall of Fame pitchers put on a performance that will never be replaced. Check this out here. Okay, here we go.
There are epics. Nights so impossibly long and beautiful they feel like they were written not by man, but by the gods themselves. One of those nights came on July 2nd, 1963. The stage, Candlestick Park. The duel was between a young fireballing Dominican named Juan Marichal and a 42-year-old legend, Warren Spahn. Two Hall of Famers, two generations colliding under the San Francisco lights. Spahn had already done it all. More wins than any left-hander in history, a man who seemed carved from steel, a hero and a veteran of World War II. And across from him, Marichal, just 25, with a fastball that screamed like a trumpet and a delivery that belonged in a painting. It was youth versus time, the torch not yet passed, and neither willing to surrender. The innings piled on, one after another, the score frozen at 0. Both men throwing not just past their limits, but beyond imagination. By the 9th inning, both had already crossed 130 pitches. By the 12th, more than 170. But they still stood still. Mound to mound, neither blinking, 16 innings. 16 innings of scoreless perfection, two men locked in a game of chicken with destiny. Marichal later admitted he thought about coming out, he thought about giving in, but then Willie Mays, his teammate, his brother, looked at him in the eyes and said, "Stay out there, I'll win this for you." And in the bottom of the 16th, after 227 pitches from Spahn and 211 from Marichal, Willie Mays made good on his word. One swing, one thunderclap, one home run into the Candlestick night. The game was over, and it was the greatest ever pitched.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
First
Laying
of all,
it on a little thick there. I think.
Well, you don't like the adjectives?
No, it was an amazing 227 pitches. You kidding me? Guys don't even throw that in a month anymore.
I don't think
Maybe
about
that's
that.
an exaggeration. But she said neither would surrender. Could you imagine?
Neither would surrender. But that is
bottom of the 8th, Warren Spahn comes out and throws his hands in the air.
Waves the white
Don't
flag.
shoot! I surrender.
I will say though that that is the style of the back in the early 60s. That is the style of the writing, of the copy. It was just over the top, a bit over the top. Certainly this young lady doing this report.
Neither man blinked for 16 innings. Can you imagine the accumulation of,
That's right.
of dirt in your eyes if you didn't blink for 16 innings?
Wet MD, where what is that called? That if you have the dry eye problem, whatever. 8:44. Speaking of legendary sports and legendary things that have occurred over the years, this radio station has produced some real legends. Danny Klingsdale is an award-winning broadcaster in many fields and the author of Leaving Cancer for the Circus, launched to critical acclaim in 2015, known as the voice of reason. His career has been spent at the pinnacle of sports broadcasting, where he hosted programs of all varieties. Also been a highly regarded play-by-play announcer on radio and television. Reporting skills have been highlighted at the greatest sports events of the world, from Super Bowls, World Series to Final Fours, U.S. Opens in golf and tennis. And he was here at WIBX and is on the line right now. Danny Klingsdale, good morning. Thanks so much for coming on. Good morning.
Well, I really appreciate you guys asking, and it's a pleasure to be part of this 100th anniversary, and so many talented people have been involved with WIBX, and just to be a small part of it is certainly a great thing. And speaking of over the top, that bio was written by my wife, who was a PR person. So,
okay, she was very good.
Little elaborate itself, so but it's all true in one way or another.
Well, it's good for you, because I had my wife write my bio, and it was demeaning. It was awful. I think at one point she called me a loser, for God's sakes. Well, that's awesome. And where are you now? For those who are wondering, what are you doing today?
Well, I've worked in Kansas City for a long time now. I moved out to the Midwest right after I left WIBX and worked at a couple of different stops in Topeka, Kansas, and Lawrence, Kansas, and then eventually ended up in Kansas City at one radio station similar to WIBX News Talk station, KMBZ. And then a couple of years later, starting in 2000, I worked at WHB, one of the top sports stations in the nation, thankfully, and I worked there full-time all the way through 2018. I still do occasional guest appearances there. I have a regular segment on Friday. I do their college football show, which is kind of ironic, seeing as they fired me. But 18 years in one particular place is a good run. So it was a fantastic place to work also. And so when you had runs of, I have worked for 8 years at WIBX and 18 there. That's pretty unusual to add up 26 at just 2 stops.
Especially in radio, we tend to move around a lot. It does happen in this business. And then today, of course, if there wasn't any stability 20 years ago, there's none today. So it's a different world out there. Any memories you have of back here?
Oh, I have a million memories. I mean, I was there for 8 years. There's all kinds of good and bad. A great place to work, many fantastic assignments, Colgate University hockey, and doing the Devils games for several years with Jim Jackson, now longtime voice of the Philadelphia Flyers, one of 8 consecutive sports directors at WIBX who went on to do Major League Sports. And then the 9th is Bruce Marcuson, who obviously is a prominent person at the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And all kinds of things. I ran the Boilermaker race while broadcasting once with a 20-pound Marty unit on my back.
You used a Marty. I used the Motorola. It wasn't a bag phone. It was a box phone. I swear to God, it was going to kill me, and I did the same thing. And that's you had 5 pounds or 10 pounds. You talk about gaining weight. You add that, just a few pounds, it makes all the difference in the world. To the negative.
Yeah, it does. But it was fun. I completed the mission, and that was great. Mostly you remember the people you worked with.
Yeah.
I mean, if I start naming people, I'm going to leave people out. But John Swan and John Steeman and Sarah Ann Rankins and Monica Mahaffey and all these different people. Randy Gorman. When I arrived, it was such a fabulous place and unique, I think, for a market the size of Utica, which is a good-sized market. But I mean, I was flown to my first job, to my job interview. I mean,
Wow.
I was working in Milford, Massachusetts, which is only about a 5-hour drive away, but now it wasn't. It was Mohawk Airlines, and it was an 8-seater, and we almost got killed. But
and Danny, it was a trade. I'm going to tell you, it had to be a trade.
I'm sure it was a trade. I absolutely sure it was a trade. But it still was impressive to me. And,
that's a big deal.
And I very much enjoyed it. We did the Baseball Hall of Fame game every year, and I was just back in September for a reunion of many of the people from what was at one point Black River Broadcasting, and that was really fun. That's one of the reasons I'm not able to make it out for another celebration this time around, 2 times in that length. So went back to the Baseball Hall of Fame and saw once again how beautiful the area is, although when you're working in a job that you're just starting out your career, the pay isn't particularly good. And I lived in some of the more seedy areas of Utica, so I get to see both. But I played a lot of golf when I was out there. I did morning drive for a while, so I was done with work kind of early, and went back and visited the golf club of Newport and the Oriskany Hills, where I used to play my league. And so I have a million fond memories and people I worked with, including, I just want to make sure to mention the late Tara Howard, a really talented person I worked with, and in fact dated a little bit.
I forgot about Tara,
And she went on to be the news director for CBS Radio News overall.
Yeah.
So, very just talented people left and right, and people who went on to do so many great things. John Swan now is an author and writes Charlie Chan books, which are outstanding. I've done podcasts with him, just like everyone else. That's what I do now. I'm a podcaster in the main.
Well, it's nice you can do that right from home. That's the beauty of the podcast, right? And and there's a big audience for those. The audience can be really incredible. And it is like a new version of radio today.
It is. And, when I started doing it in 2018, there were probably about, 1/10 as many podcasts as there are now. I mean, and people who are, famous people really didn't do podcasts. There were people who became famous doing podcasts, but like Mark Maron and people like that. It wasn't as if Jason Bateman had a podcast or Conan O'Brien, which is just horrible competition for a small-time person like myself. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. I get to branch out and do a lot of different things, like music podcasts. I do a podcast with my wife about married life. I do sports, but I do all kinds of different things. So it's really a very enjoyable, a lot of fun.
I don't know that you pay any attention to this, but I have to ask, just because it's on our minds. We lose Brandon Nimmo, the New York Mets. We're Mets fans. We lose Nimmo, then we lose Diaz, and then yesterday, of all things, shockingly losing Pete Alonso. The Mets are just completely reinventing all over again. Do you have any knowledge on that? And anything you can tell us that'll make us feel better?
Oh, well, what can make you feel better is you have a mega multi-billionaire as your owner, and I'm sure you're not going to be running out a AAA squad. And although unfortunately Mets fans will probably watch Pete Alonso threaten the home run record playing in the bandbox in Baltimore. So
I know.
But I think the Mets will be just fine. One of my memories of WIBX is I used to do pre and post game coverage for the Mets because we had the Mets games, carried the Mets games. So I ran the board and did a talk show in and around the Mets games for a long time.
Very cool.
I've got something here to help us Mets fans feel better. You ready?
Okay.
The next season will be 2026. The last Yankees World Series was 2009. I feel better already.
Yeah, that's right. So does Tim. He's a Red Sox fan. Yeah. Well, Danny, listen, you're one of the greats that we're able to make a mark here. 100 years on the air is a big deal, and we really appreciate you coming on the air and talking about your time here.
Well, it's a lot of fun. Sound like you guys have a lot of fun, and I know it's a very successful show. So just to be part of this is truly a pleasure. And I'll tell one quick story. The last day that I was on the air in Utica, the police came because I had $600 worth of unpaid parking tickets, and they heard that I was leaving on the radio and literally walked in to the studio during the show and hauled me off to make sure I paid my tickets.
That is unbelievable.
Nice.
Wow. Well, that's a great story, and we'll leave with that one, Danny. Great stuff, Danny Klingsdale. Thanks so much for coming on. I wish you could be here this week, and sometime when you're up here, let's get you in studio.
That sounds fantastic. Thanks a lot,
All right,
guys.
Thanks so much. Pretty wild, right?
Wow, they wanted that $600.
They wanted that money. I thought the end of the story was going to be, and they said,
No.
we're going to let you go. You don't have to pay.
It was so nice to hear him, and it's one of those things you don't realize what you had till it's gone.
I know, yeah.
The WIBX afternoon sports show,
it was big.
Was top shelf.
Manaski was the last.
I know,
last
exactly.
host.
You look at the talent, and whatever it is, whether it was local or national, that was really compelling radio.
And I appreciate you mentioning that. I could not even carry the water of those guys. Some of the names that have been hosts here.
Huge,
Jim Jackson.
Huge names, yeah.
Clink Scale, even,
Tim
Brad
Roy,
and Brent. Tim
Brad,
Roy. I mean, as I've told you before, Brad and Brent, man, they hooked me on radio, listening to that show every day. You're right. There was a lot of great hosts on that show.
River Hills Properties is the fastest growing real estate company in central New York and beyond, and they continue to focus on one thing, and that's service. All about service, all about making that an easier process for a seller and even a buyer to go through. They're with you every step of the way. Your house is never shown without your listing agent there. They don't rely on the lockbox, and they continue to serve with offices throughout the area. Offices in Barneville, Little Falls, Utica, Copenhagen, Newport, coming soon to the city of Rome, and the Gulf Coast of Florida, in Sarasota, where a lot of New Yorkers find themselves, at least for part of the year anyway. It's River Hills Properties. Nobody sells homes like River Hills. And if you're dealing with pain, it's the Good Feet store. Arch support specialists. If it may be back pain or shoulder or neck pain, hip pain, you'd be surprised. It may very well be coming from your feet. Free fitting and test walk. You just walk in, and they'll fit you into their 3-step system, and people report it has changed their lives. It's the Good Feet store, 4630 Commercial Drive in New Hartford. And another good, I can't think of a good transition. I'm just going to go to him. John Decker is the, speaking of good, is the chief White House correspondent with Gray TV. John, good morning.
How about this for the transition?
Okay.
And another person who's got good feet, John Decker, something like that. Would that work for you?
I should have just thrown it to you in the first place.
There you go.
Because he's everywhere, for God's sakes. Every time I turn around. All right, John, what are we thinking here? There's a lot going on. I'll let you pick your big topic for today.
Well,
ooh, I think I did just lose you. Are you there?
Yeah, right here.
Gotcha.
Talking about the seizure of the Venezuelan oil tanker, which happened off the coast of Venezuela yesterday. That is something we have never seen before.
Yep, I agree. What are your thoughts? I mean, we're saying, listen, it's they were doing it. It was illegal oil that was going to places that it shouldn't be going. We had the right to seize the ship, and by the way, largest ship ever seized in the history of the world, according to President Trump.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of things that we have seen unprecedented and a lot of unanswered questions. So we're going to see how that all plays itself out. But there's no doubt about the fact that the Trump administration is ratcheting up the pressure on President Maduro of Venezuela. We've seen that with the movement of significant amount of military assets like the U.S. naval carrier, U.S. aircraft carrier, USS Gerald R. Ford into the Caribbean. And clearly with all of those strikes on those alleged drug boats in the Caribbean and the Pacific, this is certainly putting more pressure on Nicolas Maduro.
Do you think this is going to end up in with boots on the ground at some point? Because the president has certainly threatened that.
He has. I think that what he has threatened specifically is attacks on land.
Yeah,
so you can still do attacks on land without putting boots on the ground. But that would be at odds with what the president campaigned on. He campaigned against never-ending wars. He talked about, the necessity for not starting wars. He brags about the fact that that did not happen in his first term. So in that respect, it would be at odds with the way the president has governed and the way the president has promised to govern as president.
And then finally, John, less than a minute. You've covered for years through many administrations. Have you ever seen an administration as active as this one?
No. Every week, I think back to the week that just was, and I think, wow, that happened all in the same week? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, just go back to the beginning part of the week. The president, as you may have reported, he hosted the Kennedy Center honors. I was with the president on Sunday, and that will air on CBS on December the 23rd. And he's concluding the week on Saturday by attending the Army-Navy game in Baltimore, Maryland. I'll be with the president for that trip as well. So you think about all the stuff in between.
Tough to keep. It really is tough to keep track. Out of time, John. We appreciate it. Have a safe week. We'll talk next.
From the Stanley Theater Studios, WIBX Utica, Rome, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
From blowing up drug boats to seizing an oil tanker. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. And Venezuela's upset about the latest operation off the coast, calling it a blatant act of theft.
The latest push in an escalating effort to oust Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro. The Venezuelan government called it an international act of piracy after President Trump was asked what might happen to the oil, and he replied, "We'll keep it, I guess."
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House.
Attorney General Pam Bondi posted videos showing U.S. forces rappelling onto the vessel from a helicopter.